Beyond ATC connected.
Happy Friday. Welcome back into another Microsoft Flight Sim 2024 live stream. And welcome to Columbus. We're going to be doing a flight today from Columbus Metro down to Savannah. And yeah, this ought to be an interesting flight because it's a short hop, and it's also going to be a flight in the CRJ, which we haven't taken for a little bit. So this is a really tiny regional airport. This is also a super short hop, and I thought this would be a perfect flight for the CRJ to return to the stream. Since this week's been filled with all kinds of different planes, it's been a lot of fun this vacation week, and I have technically 2 more days to go before the return to the boring work. So I gotta make sure I get as much flight simming as I possibly can. The weather here in Columbus isn't all that great. It's not terrible, but it is MVFR conditions, and Savannah, which isn't that far away, is about the same as well. So let's go ahead and get things started right away with this flight. Let's go and jump on into the cockpit here, see if I can figure my way out in the CRJ, since again it's been just a little bit since I've been in this plane. But it's a fun plane. It has some issues here and there, but compared to the previous versions of the plane, it's substantially better. So we have the ground power connected, chocks are connected, all that's good, perfect. Let's import this information. Now when it comes to these small regional airports, I get a little nervous when it comes to the auto populate here within the CRJ, because it does seem to want to crash with these smaller ones. So we'll keep that in mind as we go with this flight here. So we got, let's see, we got master switch on, DC power's on, pumps are coming on, and let's go ahead and get that APU firing up. So we're going to click on this for a couple seconds. Actually, we got to hit this for a second, and then we got to hit this guy. And that's going to go ahead and start to fire on up for us. APU is going to come on board, and then we're going to go over here and get those lights rolling as well. And I always just do the hydraulics right away. I don't think you're supposed to, but I like to. Then we go and get those passenger seat lights on and arm the emergency light there. And let's see, APU is firing on up. Beautiful, grand. How come we don't have things going on here? What am I missing? DC power on, master switch on. Not AC. I seem to be missing something, right? APU's firing up. But how come we don't have electronics? Oh, there we go. Okay, that's weird. So we have our flight plan. We're going to send that to the FMS and then set the load. Perfect. Looks grand. Okay, then we're going to go over here to this dude. Will, welcome on in. We're going to swing on down to the bottom first and turn on the nav lights, or sorry, navigation. Then we're going to hit execute up here. Perfect. Clear this out. Go ahead, clear out. Well, it's not clearing out. Okay, let's go into the menu, FMC, and then we're going to go to position. We're going to go next, grab the GPS, go back one page, drop it on in there. Go to flight plan. We can see it automatically loaded in for us. So Columbus to Savannah. This is going to be correct as well, 1,600 feet. Sorry, 16,000 feet. So that all looks great as well. We go over to the performance now and just verify this is all in. That is looking good. Go to the next page. That's looking good, and that's looking grand as well. Departure and arrival. We're expecting runway 5 at this moment. Let's go ahead and get Beyondatc rolling in the background. Columbus clearance. Very good morning from SkyWest 1539. We are ready for IFR clearance to Savannah.
SkyWest 1539, Columbia clearance cleared to Savannah Hilton Head Airport. Radar vectors, Allendale, Venice filed. Maintain 4,000. Expect 16,000 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 133.4. Squawk 3022.
Alright, so we are getting runway 5 for departure.
Savannah Hilton Head Airport.
Execute that.
Radar
and then for the
vectors,
arrival,
Allendale, then
we
as
are
filed.
getting runway
Maintain
1.
1,000.
So we have VORs
Expect
and an ILS. We're going to take the ILS, of course.
After departure.
Execute that.
Departure frequency
And that's in
133.4.
the FMC.
Squawk 3022, SkyWest 1539.
So 16,000 feet for our altitude.
1539, read back correct. Contact ground 121.9 when ready for push or start.
Ground 121.9 when ready for pushback or engine start. SkyWest 1539. See you.
I don't know if this is the actual. Oh, here it is. Okay, never mind. I thought my Mobiflight was all goofed up with this plane, but it's not. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, that's all working. We have our clearance altimeter is set at 3027, and then let's go back over here. We're gonna go to performance, and we're gonna go ahead and set, and 8.1 on the trim. Really, 8.1. Interesting. So 8.1 on the trim. 8.1 in the box, all set, beautiful. And then I think we're pretty much ready at this point. APU is available and on. Fuel pumps are on. Go over here to the left side. We're going to disconnect this guy, disconnect that guy. Cool.
Continue taxi via Alpha 6 Alpha.
And we can go ahead, I believe, and get pushback and engine start.
Alpha 6 Alpha, UPS 9862 Heavy.
Columbia ground, the SkyWest 1539, ready for pushback and engine start. I was calling it Columbus, I don't know why.
SkyWest 1539, Columbia ground pushback approved. Face east.
Okay, we're going to face east.
Pushback approved. Face east. SkyWest 1539.
So we're going to push back to about right here, facing the east direction. Release the parking brake, request pushback, and that's commencing up here at the top. We have our fuel pumps going there, so let's go ahead and go engine number 2 start up. That's going to say start. And then we're going to watch the N2s right here, rotation at about 20%. We're going to introduce some fuel. There's that 20% right on down below here, introduce fuel. This is awfully brave of me to take this plane out because I have not tested it yet with Sim Update 4, but it seems to be just fine. I say that now and then everything's going to fall apart. Alright, engine number 2 is looking good. Engine number 1 is next. Get the clock rolling. I do think I'm going to try out GSX this weekend. I think I'm going to try it out again. It's been a while since I've last tested it, and People are saying good things, so I should probably try it again. Since it's been a bit, it'd also be really nice to have an actual tug connected to the plane. Again. Alright, let's go down below here, and we're going to go ahead and turn on our radio here, and we're going to switch this over to standby number 1 is what I use. There we go. Stab trim, Mach, and yaw dampers are all set. Engine number 1 is all good to go. Columbia ground, SkyWest 1539, ready to taxi to the active.
SkyWest 1539, runway 5, taxi via Alpha Bravo. Hold short, runway 11.
Runway 5 taxi via Alpha Bravo. Hold short, runway 11, SkyWest 1539.
Okay, we're going to be taxiing to runway 5 via Alpha Bravo, hold short 11. So we are on Alpha right now. We're going to take this all the way down to Bravo. It's not too far, about 3 clicks down. Let's see, how do I get the weather radar again? Here we go, right here. Weather. Now, I always say it every single time I fly this plane, but it seems like it's going a lot faster on the ground than it actually is. Let's go and get our flaps set as well. Flaps 5 for departure. Or sorry, and this plane is flaps 8. Flaps 8 for departure. And, okay, so Alpha 6 is coming up, and then we're going to take Bravo. Bravo all the way down to probably Bravo 1 is what they're going to give us for runway 5. Columbia Metro. Okay, so here's Alpha 6. Next one is Bravo. So we're currently looking at overcast at 2300. And Savannah's not looking much better. Savannah's looking at 19, so slightly lower clouds. And they have a little bit of rain there too. So hopefully we do get that ILS runway 1 to help someone like me land safely. ARK7, welcome on in. Alright, here's Bravo. We're going to take this all the way down, likely, but we're going to hold short runway 11. Slow down. Slow down.
SkyWest 1539, cross runway 11 at Alpha. Continue taxi via Bravo, Bravo 1.
Cross runway 11 at Alpha. Continue taxi via Bravo. Bravo 1, SkyWest 1539.
On PlayStation, no, just PC. Just PC. The only console I own is a Switch. Good old Switch. I used to, so I was a PC gamer pretty much from the very beginning of time with gaming for me. But I did switch over temporarily, I would say for 5 to 10 years, somewhere within that time span, to consoles. And I started off with the GameCube and then went over to the PlayStation 2. And then eventually the Xbox, and then the Xbox 360, back to the PS. Then I went to PlayStation 3 and 4, and that was the end of that. That was my journey with consoles. Well, then of course about the Switch, but that I don't consider the Switch your traditional console, just because it's, I don't know, it's portable, and I can say the same thing though with the portable, Xbox consoles that are out now from Acer and whoever else makes them. But I don't know, the Switch seems different, even though the Switch is a lot more traditional. Namesta? What is that? PT, welcome in. Namesta? Alright, here's Bravo 2, and then Bravo 1 is our next one here. This is going to be an interesting flight because it's 16,000 feet. It's a super short flight. I was partially considering going GA for this flight.
Contact tower 119.5.
Partially considering it, but I haven't flown GA for a bit. I don't want to make a complete idiot of myself. I like this airport because it has the fencing. Minor details, but I like the fencing. Kind of just brings the realism to life. Columbia Tower, SkyWest 1539, holding short runway 5, ready to go. See how fast you can talk to freaking Beyondatc? It's crazy.
SkyWest 1539, Columbia Tower, wind 040 at 8, gusts 16.
Holy crap.
Runway heading, runway 5, cleared for takeoff.
Gusting or 16.
Fly runway heading, runway
Oh,
5,
this is gonna be a
cleared for
disaster.
takeoff, SkyWest 1539.
It means greetings. Okay, cool.
All aircraft be advised, information Foxtrot.
How do you say it
current,
properly? Did I say it right?
altimeter
What is it?
3026.
Nemest? Alright, what is that? Is that like downtown ahead of us? Okay. We're flying runway heading for departure. That's all set, ready to go. Bring up those throttles. We're going to end up eventually taking a turn to the right. And toga set. And let's go fly. This plane with the Boris sound pack is incredible. Speaking of which, the Boris 777 sound pack likely coming out pretty quick here. Alright, rotate, slight pull back. I love that this plane doesn't just take off on its own anymore. It's fantastic. Gear going up. Now this is only a APL flight today because we don't have the CRJ apparently in New Sky. And I didn't want to add it in because I don't know how often I'm going to fly it, so I didn't want to take cost away from
SkyWest
New Sky.
1539, contact Columbia
Let's go to
departure.
heading mode, speed. AP's
Contact
on.
Columbia departure, SkyWest 1539.
Okay, all looking good. Let's bring up that throttle, or that, yeah, throttle up to 210.
Columbia, SkyWest 1539, 1500.
Perfect.
SkyWest 1539.
And first notch of
Columbia
flaps up.
departure. Good day, radar contact, climb and maintain 1010,000, altimeter
And second flaps up.
3026.
Let's go on down
Climb
here,
and maintain
turn off
1010,000.
the reversers.
Altimeter 3026, SkyWest 1539.
Then we should get a vector over to the right momentarily.
SkyWest 1539, turn right, heading 200. Expect further clearance in about 17 miles.
Alright, 200 on a heading.
Turn right, heading 200, SkyWest 1539.
Okay, looking good. Now, we have to really stay ahead of the game for this flight. Again, it's a super short hop for a plane that's going fairly fast. So I'm going to go ahead and just prepare for the arrival of runway 1 at this point. Keep an eye on the altitude to make sure we're not going too high so I can turn off the landing lights. So runway 1, I'm going to go to the radio panel here. I'm going to go ahead and pop those in. 111 and a 9. Bam. 111 and a 9. Bam. Okay, we have those all set. Flags. Okay, perfect. 6,000 feet. Let's go ahead and prepare our minimums as well. Minimums are 239. So go away. And then we hit this guy, and then we go over here. Oh. Yeah,
SkyWest
239.
Contact Jacksonville
So
Center
230.
124.7. Have a good one.
Contact Jacksonville Center, 124.7, SkyWest 1539.
Alright, 230 set in the box. Perfect. And
Jacksonville
I think
Center,
we're good at this
SkyWest
point.
1539.
So we can bring out our map just a little bit.
For 1010,000.
We have a disco there, but we should get heading at that after that anyways.
SkyWest 1539, Jacksonville Center.
16,000 feet. Maddie, welcome on in with the $5 US. Much appreciated.
Climb and
Did I miss my flight again?
16,000, SkyWest 1539.
Maddie, good timing actually. We took off about, 2 minutes ago? Not even? We're on our way. This is the first flight for the day. We're on our way to Savannah in a CRJ. Flight 2, I have no idea. I didn't make it that far to see what we have with APL. But I'm kind of hoping that we have a flight we can take the 777 on. Because I flew the 777 the other day and had a lot of fun flying it. Well, yesterday I guess it was. I had a lot of fun. I did a short hop. Where did I fly? I can't remember. Was it Atlanta to Memphis? Yeah, I think it was. It was Atlanta to Memphis. That was a really fun flight. Maddie, thank you again for that. I just finished installing dash cams on the front and back of my car today. Ooh, namaste. Is that right? Namaste. Namaste means greetings. Namaste. I think people are going to think I'm swearing at them.
SkyWest 1539, turn right, heading 215.
Turn right, heading 215, SkyWest 1539.
Okay, 13,000 feet. So you install dash cams on the front and back of your car. Is that for security, or are you starting a YouTube channel?
Jacksonville Center, EJET 434, descending the...
I always thought about doing this, like a dash cam. I don't ever drive. Like, my commute to work right now is 5 minutes, sometimes 7 minutes, depending on the traffic light.
United 1323.
Okay, if we land at runway 1, which I'm really hoping, we're going to exit to the left. Now, we can take the runway all the way to the end, actually, because it's going to be exit on Bravo.
SkyWest 1539, cleared direct Allendale. Resumo navigation.
Alright, direct to Allendale. So we have that set in there,
Roger,
perfect.
direct Allendale,
We can go
then
nav.
resumo navigation,
That should
SkyWest
kick in there,
1539,
perfect.
thanks.
SkyWest 1539, you're welcome.
Alright, now we're going to go to manual speed because this plane does not have auto throttle. So once it reaches the altitude it's trying to go to, it's going to hold
3371 Jacksonville Center.
at that altitude, but the speed's going to continue rising. So we bring that speed back just a little bit, so we don't want to go too fast. Our current ETA is arrival in like, what, 25 minutes?
Blue Streak 5300
Alright, looking really good there. Chris, welcome in. Cars are overrated anyways, much more fun flying. I agree with you. I 100% agree with you. Alright, this is crazy. This is going to be like a total of 40 minutes from, what, pushback and taxiing to the gate. This entire flight. That's crazy. There's a flight that is on, well, tomorrow I think it is. Shoot, what is it? I can't remember where it's flying, where it is, but it's an event in APL. It seemed like it might be fun. So I might consider doing that one. It was a little bit longer, I think, though. A little bit longer than my normal. But it might be a really good one for, like the CR, or not the CRJ, the 777 again. Maddie can't stay, gotta go to work. See ya, have fun. Thanks for coming in, Maddie, and thank you again for the $5 US. Much appreciated. Much appreciated.
SkyWest 1539, Jacksonville Center.
Alright, looking really good here. Now, for the runway 1, if that's what we're going to actually get, looking at 2,000 feet for the arrival. And we're looking at about 80 nautical miles out at this point, so pretty darn short flight, like I was saying. You see those clouds are still very strong. I don't think this is going to be a very friendly arrival. I have major concern. We need to stay runway 1, though. I'm going to ask to see what we're going to get. Jacksonville Center, SkyWest 1539. Just wondering, what's our arrival runway in Savannah today? Savannah.
SkyWest 1539, arrival runways at Savannah are 10 and 01.
Alright, so we get a 50% chance of getting the right runway that we want. Now, runway 10 is telling me that it has a crosswind of 11, so runway 1 should be the runway. Runway 1 should be the runway. Runway 10 does have an ILS as well. I took the EJET out yesterday for a flight, and it went really well. I even, get this, I even got a runway change. This was on the ground at the airport, but I got a runway change, and I was able to get that runway change to take effect. Oh no, sorry, it was the arrival runway changed. I was able to get the arrival runway to change, and it worked just flawlessly. It was super awesome. J. Russ, welcome on in. J. Russ was working on learning the 777 yesterday, and had some navigation issues autopilot issues, but it sounds like you got it all fixed and figured out. That's awesome. It's a fun plane. That 777 is a very fun plane. What video were you finishing this morning? Is it released yet? Not just yet. I think we might watch it together.
Delta 789.
I think we might do a premiere video.
Center on 124.7. Delta
Whatever that means. I think it's a fun one. It was a lot of fun researching it, and it was really cool to just kind of uncover more data. These are the type of videos I really enjoy doing. In all honesty, I really do. And you know, with the topic that's about, I feel like it's as fair as one could be. Considering my feelings towards the other party, I feel like I was extremely fair with my assessment. Because, like, I understand everything around it. I understand, like, the details. And again, without having all of the information provided to me from that other side, other party, it's hard for me to 100% make it a conclusion. But I feel it was very honest. Well, we got like some storm, some sort of storm here. Right? Something going on there. I wonder if they'll ever add weather reroutes with Beyond ATC. Now that Asobo's opened up the weather API, in theory they would have access to that, right? I just don't know how complex that would be to reroute traffic around storms. That would be so cool, though. And I don't even know, like, how does... I would assume the sim doesn't provide data of where the clouds are. Because that'd be another thing that'd be so incredible. Imagine if there's like a bunch of clouds here, and normally Beyond ETC would have you go through the clouds, but it's clear on the other side, so they vector you around it. How cool would that be? An AI video? That'd be so awesome. The future. But I think a lot of this is limited, very limited in what developers can have access to. Speaking of limited, apparently the PMDG 737 is getting closer and closer to a 2024 release here in the year of 2025. Almost a year after the release of Flight Sim 2024. And they've been active in their forum and said that there is going to be a price. They haven't announced it yet. They will announce it when the release date's announced, and that there will be an upgrade cost, a low upgrade cost, quote unquote, is what they said. So we'll see what that cost is. Again, it goes back to what I've said in the past, which is, you know, how can FENIX and how can iFly come up with planes and don't charge people for the upgrades, but yet certain companies do. You know, I think that just tells you.
1539, Jacksonville Center, expect radar vectors, runway 1.
Nice, runway 1. We'll expect radar vectors, runway 1, SkyWest 1539.
SkyWest 1539, verify instruction.
I think I said it. We will expect runway, or sorry, we will expect radar vectors, runway 1, SkyWest 1539. I couldn't even talk.
SkyWest 1539, turn left, heading 185.
185.
Vectors for Savannah Hilton Head.
All right.
Turn left,
So
heading
we'll go ahead and get our
185,
runway
SkyWest
vectors.
1539.
Blue Streak
Oh,
5421.
interesting.
Contact Jacksonville Center 132.3.
So there's apparently a release date window for the PlayStation 6
Sub-Air
in a few years'
1318.
time.
Contact Charleston Air Force Base. Approach 122.905.
That's a great window. In a few years' time.
Sub-Air 1318.
Southwest 1953.
I got my
Jacksonville
new
Center,
wooden
expect radar
wall
vectors,
map
runway
in
10.
today for my office. Looks awesome.
Radar
We'll
vectors,
get it up
runway 10,
this weekend. That's gonna be awesome.
1953.
Wooden wall map. Ooh.
Jacksonville Center, American 827, good day, 16,000 feet.
Okay, so we need to drop down to 2,000 feet, but we still have about
American
60 nautical
827,
miles, probably
Jacksonville
70,
Center.
honestly.
Good day. Radar contact.
So
Climb,
I'm not
maintain
too
flight
concerned
level
about
200.
that aspect of things.
Climb, maintain flight level 200, American 827.
All right, 16,000 and heading 185.
Jacksonville Center,
Altimeter
American
in
1444,
Savannah,
flight level 325.
3014.
American 1444, Jacksonville Center. Good day.
3024.
Radar
There you
contact.
go.
Continue
Oh, hold on,
descent to
14.
flight level 320.
Continue descent to flight level 320,
Okay.
American 1444.
Now, the CRJ does have issues if you're like me and like to hit the shortcut button to set the altimeter. It does have issues sometimes where you hit it and then we'll go into standard pressure and then come back down to whatever altitude it's supposed to be in the sim. I hit a wall every day. Is it yours? Sorry, Will, are you counting down the hours here? Battlefield should be launching, what, in 2 hours?
Sky with 5212.
I don't know if you're playing it right away today. It's probably gonna be pretty late.
Sky West 5212.
Apparently the reviews for the
Radar
campaign
contact.
aren't that great, which is kind of disappointing because that's kind of what I was interested in. The multiplayer, you know, it is what it is, but I was kind of more interested in the campaign stuff. It's funny how things have turned around because Call of Duty has always been made fun of with its campaigns being just, you know, cheesy and not great.
Savannah Hilton Head Airport.
But they've
landing runway
apparently
1,
their recent
Skywest
ones have been really good.
1539.
Now I haven't played them myself, but apparently they've been pretty decent. Okay, typically when you get that call from Beyondatc, landing runway 1, it means you can start your descent. So I'm going to start, well, I'm only at 16,000 feet. I'm going to start it. All right, vertical speed going down. We'll go down, start at 10, or sorry, at 1. Reduce to power. Actually, no, I guess we want to go down more. Let's go 15. All right, reduce to power. Okay, that should work. I'm not a multiplayer guy. Campaign has gotten shorter and shorter. Yeah, tonight your time is late, but I'll try, Lex. Your Sim CFI, welcome on up. Or welcome on in. We are flying your bird. Yeah, the CRJ.
Center. Allegiant
I love the CRJ. It's a fun little plane.
Good day. Flight level 319.
It's a really fun plane.
Allegiant 1849, Jacksonville Center.
I think it's cool that like real world pilots like yourself can fly a simulator one like this, and you know you can give your critiques about it, and then also the positives of what Aerosoft has done with this plane. You know, it's a really fun plane, and it's one of the planes that performs probably the best out of any airliner in the sim. It is quite impressive, but of course that's because it not a whole lot to go with it, right? Coming way too fast.
Sky West 1539.
I think last time we flew this plane, and you were in chat. We had a WASM crash.
Contact Savannah approach, Sky West 1539.
Hopefully it doesn't happen again. Didn't we have that happen? Wasn't that in California?
Savannah approch, Sky West 1539.
Can't remember what airport that
Good
was.
day.
San something.
1,100 feet. We have Zulu
San
on
Juan?
board.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Sky West 1539, Savannah approach, altimeter tree. 014, expect the visual approach, runway 1.
Okay, we're looking a little close to this
Altimeter
runway, so I don't know how
3014,
much
expect the visual
room we
approach,
have to
runway
make that
1,
happen.
Sky West 1539.
I will watch Jack Frags first. P2 for President helped me a lot with my
Skywest
new Stream Deck.
1539,
Awesome.
Descend and maintain for 1,000.
4,000 feet.
Altimeter tree 014.
U.S. approach 1, I think that's what it is, right?
Descend and maintain
Good day between the
4,000.
777 and the
Altimeter
Inabels 300. Which one runs
3014,
better on your
Skywest
PC? Oh, the 777 for sure. 777 for sure. Although the compatible version of the 300 is pretty close. Pretty darn close. Now, the biggest thing I notice is the following. I use auto FPS, And with auto FPS, I can't get my max TOD. My terrain detail, it won't reach max with the init builds 300. But the 777 it does. So take that as you wish. But I personally feel that 777 does perform better for me in terms of like FPS and overall smoothness. But Sim Update 4 also has made a pretty impressive improvement with it.
1953, 13,900, we have Zulu.
I wish you good luck. You'll be fine.
Southwest 1953, Savannah approach.
Free Stream Deck XL FENIX profile for all members of the Exterior channel. In the Discord channel.
Altimeter 3014, expect the visual approach runway 10 southwest.
Which are you're using the what's it called?
Southwest 1953.
You're using SPAD, right? Is it a SPAD profile?
Descend, maintain 2,000.
Alright, coming up on 10,000. We're coming a little hot, so we're going to bring the speed brakes out a little bit. That's a bargain. Alright, a little bit of the speed brakes just out. Your Sim CFI, I'm curious. So you're flying IRL, you're flying the CRJ. Are you looking to eventually move into like the EJET, or are you looking to go into a bigger plane? I know there are people who just love being in the small regional aircrafts, CRJ and the EJETs.
Flight level 187, we have Zulu on board.
And hopefully eventually we'll get the 220 here in the sim. No Stream Deck profile for the overhead panel and TCAS box.
Expect the visual approach runway 10.
Okay, landing lights are on, right? I'll check, landing lights are on. I think the next profile I buy for Flight Sim First Officer is going to be either the CJET or the ERJ. I use Mobiflight for this plane. Yep, I do as well. Mobiflight with my WinWing FCU and EFIS. Mobiflight is like the greatest thing known to mankind. It's fantastic. My only issue, I know it's free, so I'm not complaining, but my only thing is, you know, one of the most recent versions of it that I'm at least on, it broke the auto link, so it won't automatically load in a profile for each plane. You have to manually do it, which again, it's not the end of the world, and it's free, so beggars can't be choosers. All right, let's go ahead and bring the V speed just up a little bit. Speed brakes are going to be stowed. I'm very curious what they're going to do for this approach. Because they can have us come all the way out here, or they can have us come in here. I have a feeling we'll come way out here, because this only gives us about 5 nautical miles out to set up for the approach. We're also getting really close to this airport. It's going to be a tight turn. We're going to overshoot the localizer at this rate. Our clouds are still at 1900. Oof. The winds are 11 knots, but there's no gust, so that's the positive. Let's see, P2 says, I use SPAD, bought in support of the McDo and the EFIS, but I already set up everything on Mobiflight, so not moving to SPAD. But the profile you have, is that for SPAD? Right? Also, SPAD is becoming payware slowly, which is uncomfortable. Oh, really? Isn't it already payware? Oh, I suppose you had to do the upgrade, right? If you want to have the upgraded version, you had to pay additional. Like, I get everything around all the paid upgrades. I really do. Truly do. Because, you know, there's not a lot of money to be made in Flight Sim. There really isn't. I don't think any of the developers for Flight Sim are rolling in dough. A lot of it is a side gig, a side job, right? I'm sure FENIX is a side job, and the iFly team, and from my understanding, there are PMDG guys that are full-time coders there, and I think there might be a couple for FENIX, but I don't think they're raking in a lot of money, and full-time might be a loose term to use. So I totally get it. But also, see, and I also get the two ends of it as the following, which is flight simmers, some of them are willing to and want to spend the money. And then the other side of it is there are flight simmers who want to spend the money, but they don't have the money to spend. Right? And then there's, of course, there's the middle ground who can, you know, buy certain ones here and there. Okay, so I don't think we're getting the vector right away. I think we're going to do the full approach, which is fine. That gives me time to set up the arrival. I'd much prefer that.
Savannah approach.
Indie development won't bring money. That's why I software. Oh, that's where you do software development. Okay, enterprise software development. I gotcha. Right, they only clear us down to 4,000, so I'm gonna go ahead and just put in 4,000 in the box. Because it's 2,000 feet between these two waypoints, so that's fine. And then we're gonna bring this on in, and then we're gonna switch this over to nav source localizer 1, and then course heading is 006. Oh, nice. Okay, perfect. We have the radio set. Speaking of Enterprise, going for what it seems to be 100th meeting today. See you in 30. Good luck with the meeting, P2. You have a lot of meetings. It's crazy. That's what I think what's wrong with a lot of companies is the amount of money they spend on meetings is absurd. Like, what do you have meetings about? Can't you just send an email out? Be like, yo, this is what we're gonna do. Okay, cool. Alright, watching the throttle.
SkyWest 1539, turn left, heading 065, vectors for the approach.
Alright, so we are getting vectored over.
Turn left, heading 065, SkyWest 1539.
065. And then descend and maintain 2,000.
1539, turn left, heading 065, descend, maintain 2,500.
Turn left, heading 065, descend, maintain 2,500.
Alright, speed coming back.
SkyWest 1539.
Down below here, let's go ahead and get the auto thrust, or not auto thrust, the thrust reversers armed. Alright, we're already landing with 26 minutes into our flight. This has to be a record for the stream.
Airport is at your 10 o'clock 13 miles. Report the field in sight.
Oh, I don't see a field. It's a bit cloudy out here. I don't see the field. SkyWest 1539. It's going to be like, find it.
SkyWest 1539. Verify you have the field in sight.
I don't. We're looking for the field. SkyWest 1539. Alright, so if we don't see it soon enough, or fast enough, they're going to potentially have us go around. And go around 4,000 feet. Alright, let's go bring up the first notch of flaps. And let's go over here and load our landing. 139, 188, 144. So give me some indication. We'll go ahead and dial in our speed, 144. Okay, intercept the localizer, so approach mode is armed. Skybound, welcome on in.
SkyWest 1539, turn left, heading 010.
010.
Turn left, heading 010, SkyWest 1539.
That's weird. Why didn't we intercept the...
SkyWest 1539, turn left, heading 010, descend, maintain 1,000.
Turn left.
Alright, localizer's captured. Flag slopes
descend,
next.
maintain 1,000, SkyWest 1539.
Savannah approach, SkyWest 1539. Looks like we have the field in sight.
Southwest 1953.
Alright, flaps coming
descend,
down.
maintain 1,000 feet.
Descend, maintain 1,000 feet, Southwest 1953.
Alright, we're attempting to get on the
SkyWest
localizer.
1539, cleared
Well, I'm not quite sure what it's doing. I'm a little nervous now.
Cleared visual approach.
Alright, there we go.
SkyWest
Looks like it's
1539.
attempting. Settle down, plane, settle down. There's the
Skywest
runway.
1539. Contact Savannah Tower 125.905. Have a
Okay,
good one.
gear coming down.
Over to Tower 125.905, Skywest
Alright, there's our
1539.
runway.
Take care.
36 knot wind. This can't be right.
Savannah Tower,
It says
Skywest
11.
1539, visual runway 1.
I'm a bit nervous now. Okay.
Skywest 1539, Savannah Tower, wind 020 at 11, runway 1.
Watch, look at the wind. 31
Runway
crosswind.
1 cleared to land.
My mouse, I think my mouse is
1539.
broken. My wheel. Alright, 30. It's dropping, but Jesus.
Savannah Tower, Southwest 1953, visual runway.
Alright, we're gonna come in a little hotter then. Nothing crazy though, just maintain that speed.
1953, Savannah Tower, wind 020 at 11, runway 10.
Alright, I'm not even trying to get a good landing on this one. I just need to get this plane on the ground.
Southwest 1953.
Hopefully that wind kind of calms down a bit. I'm letting the AP handle most of this.
1,000.
Holy smokes. This is wild. I wasn't ready for this kind of wind. Yeah, Jesus indeed. Alright, AP's off. My aircraft. We're all gonna die. Alright, reduce the speed. Slow it down. Slow it down, buddy. Steady. Steady.
500.
We're a little high. Steady. Alright. Looking better. Watch the speed. Watch the speed. Watch the speed.
300.
Got a plane lining up. Stop plane spotting. You're trying to land, you goof.
200.
Delta 2519, holding short, runway 1.
Where'd that Delta come from, though?
200.
Delta 2519, hold short of 01, arriving traffic.
Steady.
Hold short of 01 for
Steady.
traffic. Delta 2519.
50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Yo, touchdown. A little off the center line. Hey, given the conditions, I'll take it.
Line up and wait. Runway 01.
Alright, reversers are out. Slowing this bird down. Don't stomp on the brakes because you get the hot brakes.
1953, exit next available taxiway.
Exit next available taxiway. Southwest.
Alright, reversers are stowed. Flaps coming up. Welcome to Savannah.
Skywest
Holy
1539,
smokes.
exit left at Alpha 2.
Exit left at Alpha 2, Skywest
Alright, we're just taking the last
1539.
exit here, which I think is Alpha 2, right? Yep, Alpha 2. And the gate's just on the left side. Phew. Alright, landing lights are coming off. Down here. Cut off these dudes. Okay. And then up here, APU. Come on, kid. There we go.
Delta
Okay.
2519,
Wow.
Savannah Tower, wind 020 at 11.
TV, welcome on in. Said I watched the first officer video, sir, and although it's really good, the FS2 crew seems like a better just because they actually have animated first officers, more immersive. It flips the button, pushes, and switches. Yeah, it's, I've watched some video of FS2 crew, and
Ground 121.9.
I think it's
Skywest
good. Like, they're both really, really
1539.
good. I won't use the animation stuff. I don't care about the animation stuff personally. Like, that's why I don't have co-pilots or passengers in the back. You know, you can have that with GSX. I don't have any of that stuff. I just don't need it. Like, for the immersion level, absolutely. It adds a whole new level of immersion. But for me, I just don't need it. But I could see why people would. Like, I definitely understand why. And it's great that they have this as an option. There are a few of those kind of co-pilot add-ons, more than I thought there was, which is rather interesting. I'm just going to find a gate. All right, that's a whopping 38-minute flight, folks. I think the shortest we've done on the stream, period.
Another
All right, taxi light is off. And let's see, Looped, welcome in. Looped Chris, thanks for the subscription. And thanks for the content. I've subbed. Awesome. Thanks for the subscription. All right, parking brake is set over here to the left. Let's go to our aircraft, and we're going to go to in place and then connect GPU. And then GPU is available. Cool. Go on down below here and make sure taxi lights off. Taxi lights off. Perfect. Down here. Cut off the fuel. Cut off the fuel. All right, close out beyond ATC. And we'll see what APL gave us for the first flight of the day. All right. We're definitely not doing this long flight today. But let's go to logbook. I realized yesterday that we did all 3 flights without restarting the sim. That has to be a record. At 98? What? What happened? Oh, I didn't arm the spoiler. Son of a gun. 177 on the landing, though. I'll take it in those challenging conditions. A 177? Alright. The Singapore flight would be cool, but I'm going to go ahead and skip that one. And then we have Portland to Oakland. That's a longer hop. But we'll do that one, I think. Portland. We haven't been to Portland in a very long time. So let's do Portland or Oakland. And that would be the perfect 777 flight. Which is kind of what I was hoping to do on this second flight. So we're going to hop on in the 777. We're not going to restart the sim because you know what? Yesterday went so well, we'll do it again. So the 777. And we're going to go to Portland. Portland, Oregon. And we're just going to do 2 flights today because this one's a little bit longer. So we're just going to do the 2 flights. Cargo's over here. Cargo's over here as well. I'm going to go cargo here. Cargo's here too. That's military cargo though. We're going to do cargo here. Who knows where FedEx actually does cargo, but that's where we're going to go. Okay. Load into that. And I actually finally have my custom profile set up for the 777. I had to do it because Will wanted the Will needed a new video. Not Will, sorry. J. Russ needed a new video for the 777. And let's see, PMDG. It'd be cool if we had the new voices or the new audio pack. But oh well, we don't. Okay, so 3,500 feet. Perfect. And Oakland FedEx, perfect, grand. Everything is fantastic there. Now you may see some flickering going on. That is because of Sim Update 4 beta that I'm in. That's just a bug with the update. The system is not self-exploding. Okay, we can load New Sky, we can load Beyond ATC, and we can load First Officer for this flight. So if you don't know what New Sky is our career add-on that we use here on the channel. So you can go to FlyLex. There's the instructions of how to get it going. And let me go to free cargo flight. And our flight number is 1415. We're departing from Portland. We're going to Oakland, California. And we're taking the 777. And we're going to book this flight. We're going to start the flight. Alright, so New Sky is set, ready to go. We're going to go and load up Beyond ATC next. This freighter is $50. Yeah, it's a really good price. It's a really good price. 777 is so nice. I ordered the WinWing FMC for it. Yes, really? You ordered the FMC for it? Ooh. I need a yoke. All right, let's see. Do we pick right for FedEx? Probably not. Yeah, probably not. Bet you they're parked over here or something. I don't see any... Huh. You would think that this... I don't remember who makes this scenery, but you think they'd have, like, the FedEx logo and all that jazz? UPS. What's this over here? United? Huh. Unless they don't have that here. I suppose it could possibly be they don't have it. Alright, so we have our 777 all set up here. I'm going to go to flight plan with New Sky. I got an Alpha for sale. Whoa, Will got an alpha? I feel there's a joke about to come up here. I think Will's about to tell us a joke. Will is anti-yoking. He doesn't even like yolking his eggs. Gets angry and he throws them out. Alright, so Flight Sim First Officer is launching.
Good afternoon, Captain.
And then we go to clearance with Beyondatc. Okay, so let's go over here to the electronic flight bag and bring in our SimBrief profile. And go up here to the top, turn that on. Emergency exit lights, good, grand. Start the EPU. Get that guy going. Window heat, good. I like to get the beacon lights and logo and wings, get that going right away. Cool, grand, beautiful. Seatbelt signs are on auto. We'll eventually have to turn it to on for FSFO to recognize things, but alright, so now APU is firing up. All that's looking grand. Let's go on down below here and go to the FMC. Position in it. We can now put in our GPS, so that's right here. Drop it in the box. And we're going to go ahead and request the route, SimBrief it, set payload, set fuel, select route. That's going to load on up for us. Let's go ahead and go to RTO here. Portland clearance, FedEx 1415 Heavy, ready for IFR clearance to Oakland. Alright, and here we're going to wait a couple seconds. We're going to hit load to actually load in the flight plan.
FedEx 1415 Heavy Portland clearance, cleared to Mr.
Will says you're a yoke.
Mini 5 departure, HISQ transition, then as filed. Maintain 4,000 feet.
Departure brief.
Departure frequency 118.1.
Feel free to interrupt.
Squawk 1565.
Our initial altitude
1565.
4,000 feet.
Cleared to Metropolitan Oakland Airport.
Load in my Mobiflight.
5 departure, HISQ transition,
Perfect.
then as filed. Maintain
I like the
4,000
landing
feet.
on the CRJ. I have a custom profile for the FS Realistic. Works really, really well.
FedEx 1415
Let's
Heavy.
see. Transition, departure, good.
FedEx 1415
Okay.
Heavy.
So we'll put in 350. Looks like we're going via the SID. Let's go to activate, execute. Oh, forgot to put the runway in. That is 10 right.
FedEx 1415
Execute.
In the event of an
Okay.
issue before V1, I will call reject, and take control of the aircraft.
So we go to 0 fuel weight, pop that in there. Let's go ahead and accept this. Flight level is 350, that's perfect. Let's go to, let's clear out these errors so we don't, or messages, sorry. Go to thrust limit, put in our takeoff info, that's over here on the tablet. How do you move this, dude? I know you're supposed to be able to move it, and then it like goes down here, right? I've never figured out how to do it, and I never really want to read about it. Okay, go to performance tools, and runway 10 right for departure. Import, calculate. 2 and 49. I think exactly what I had yesterday. 2 and 49. Takeoffs, flaps are 5, CGs are 5, and V speeds are set. Go to departure, runway 10 right. View the Mini 5 departure.
Oxygen. Tested.
And the HISCO, right? HISCO transition, execute. Okay, that's all set, ready to go. Parking brake is broken in this plane, kinda.
Horizon Air 2084.
That work?
On.
There we go. I have a problem with parking brake on this
Fuel
plane.
control switches.
Off.
Alright, up here at the top, APU is available. All's looking grand there. We can go ahead and disconnect our ground stuff. Let's go over here to ground.
Closed.
Ground and remove chocks.
Seatbelt signs.
Remove this first and then remove chocks. Doors, let's arm them all. We're going to see them turn green. We have to arm the seatbelt sign. Or turn on, I should say.
7686, request pushback.
Airspeed 0.
Check.
Empire Air 7686, Portland ground, pushback approved, face northwest.
Check.
Heading's going to be changed to 100.
Empire Air
0.
7686.
Checked.
Takeoff speeds.
I would probably get the Thrustmaster Boeing yoke. My sim setup has a receiver built in for the Thrustmaster. Ooh, nice. Does the Stream Deck burn in F? It's on too long? It shouldn't. Skybound says, start at Frontier flights because of Irish. Oh, really? I haven't heard of any issues with that. A lot of Stream Decks and no problems. Yeah, I don't think there are any issues with that, Will, that I'm aware of. Mine aren't on, like, non-stop, but, you know, anywhere between 6 to 10 hours a day. depending on the day.
Cockpit from ground.
Go ahead.
Portland ground, FedEx 1415 Heavy, ready for pushback and engine start.
The fuel and cargo manifest is now in the system.
FedEx
Weight and
1415
balance checks
Heavy.
look good.
Portland ground, pushback and engine start approved.
Please advise when you're ready for
West.
pushback.
Gonna face west.
Pushback approved.
We'll
Face
advise
west.
when ready.
FedEx 1415 Heavy.
All right, so we push back this direction. Enter. Parking brakes release. Pushback commencing. Engine start flow with first officer. Up here at the top, we can go ahead and go on. Auto. On. And start engine number 2.
Empire Air 7686, ready to taxi to the active.
All right, we're going to see some
Empire
rotations
Air
happen here.
7686, runway 10 left taxi via Echo 5, Echo Kilo, Kilo 1. Hold short, runway 10 right.
Runway
Introduce some
10
fuel.
left taxi via Echo 5, Echo Kilo, Kilo 1. Hold short, runway 10 right, Empire Air 7686.
Now, apparently you can start both engines with this aircraft. I still like to go the old school way and start one at a time.
On runway 21. Short runway.
What are you talking about? We're not on a runway. You crazy? And let's go and start engine number 1. Watch rotation.
Engine 2 started.
On runway. Alright, rotation's looking good. Engine number 1 coming on board. Flaps are coming down. Flaps 5 are set. And TCAS should already be going. Artera should already be going. Looks good. Perfect. Alright, engine number 1 is next. Looks like I misaligned our taxiing, but that's alright. We'll make it work. Doing a short hop today from Sydney to Osaka. Osaka? 40 short hop, 4,100 nautical miles. Good lord. Portland ground, FedEx 1415 Heavy, ready to taxi to the active. Oh, we got a little Cessna, looks like.
FedEx 1415 Heavy, runway 10 right taxi via Foxtrot, Echo Charlie. Hold short, runway 3.
Alright, APU is fired up. Or sorry, engine's fired up. Turn off the APU.
Charlie.
And we'll turn on the taxi lights. Everything else is good to go up here. Ooh, is that a caravan? What is that? Yeah, it's a little caravan. Or is that the... Is that the Sky Carrier? Uh-oh. Okay. Ooh.
All engines stabilized.
Okay. Bring up the throttle. Alright, so we're going to be taxiing via Foxtrot Echo Charlie. We're going to hold short runway 3. Now this plane goes awfully fast. Alright, so we're on Foxtrot. I'm going to take a right up here on Echo. Actually, something seems goofy. What's going on?
FedEx
I think I screwed up.
1415 Heavy, cross runway 3 at Charlie. Continue taxi via Echo Charlie.
Yeah, I was supposed to turn over there. Whoops.
Cross runway 3 at Charlie. Continue taxi via Echo
Right.
Charlie.
We're going to
Bravo
just go
1,
on the runway
FedEx
here. We're going to
1415
break
Heavy.
some rules. You can't go beep beep with this plane. Alright, missed turn. Alright, we're just going to pretend nothing happened here. You didn't see anything, folks. Here's Charlie on the left of us. Slow down, slow down. Let's not get dinged. Jay has another definition of hops. Alright, here's Charlie. This is what we're supposed to be on. And then we're going to take this winding road all the way down to Charlie 1. Although it says Bravo 1, but Charlie 1 is what it technically is. Okay, now I do have an issue with the checklist. I can never get the checklist to operate the way I want it to. So we're going to go to override this guy. Before start, override. Taxi. All's looking grand there, override. Before takeoff is good. And then after takeoff. All right, so that hopefully should work. Yeah, that plane definitely goes fast. Pretty much a taxi at idle. Yeah, for sure. But, you know, the difference between this and the CRJ, that's what I was talking about earlier, is like the CRJ is so low to the ground, it seems like it's going so much faster. Where this plane is going, you know, 25 knots or whatever it be on the ground, and you don't really notice it until you get dinged by APL because you're going too fast. Like, it doesn't feel like we're going 22 knots right now. What is this for? This is interesting. Oh, arm/D-arm. What is that? Arm/D-arm. At the west arm and D-arm areas on Tower C, no aircraft of any type may taxi past the arm/D-arm area while it's being used. Was that like for the military? Since it's a military base, apparently? Fascinating.
FedEx 1415 Heavy. Contact Portland Tower 123.775.
Contact Tower 123.775. FedEx 1415 Heavy.
Alright, getting closer to runway 10 right. Let's go ahead and tell them we're ready to go. Portland Tower, FedEx 1415 Heavy, holding short runway 10 right, ready to go.
Approaching runway 10 right.
It's thinking about it. It's thinking really hard about it. Think we broke it. Holding short. Request departure. It's an awfully quiet day here in Portland. Okay, let's swap comms and go back to it, because I think it broke. Portland Tower, FedEx 1415 Heavy, ready to go. Runway 10 right. Alright, landing lights coming on. Alright, what the hell, Beyond ATC? We having server issues? Let's just do it manually.
FedEx 1415 Heavy, ready for departure. Runway 10 right.
Request submitted. Request departure. What is going on? Why won't it let me continue? Are there any planes? I don't see any planes on final or anything. Alright, well, let's just request submitted. It's just kind of sitting there at request submitted. They're having some server issues. We'll go ahead and just go. The RAAS I use is Flight Sim First Officer.
On runway 10 right.
FedEx 1415 Heavy, are clear to go, runway 10 right. Clear to go, runway 10 right. FedEx 1415 Heavy. There we go. I did the announcements. All right, toga set. Throttles are stabilized. Man, FS Realistic, I forgot how much I missed it. I really forgot how much I missed it.
Watch the ground speed. Thrust set.
Checked.
FedEx 1415 Heavy immediately.
Stop
your takeoff roll.
Oh, you can tell me that, but you can't tell me I'm clear to go. I'm going.
Roger that. FedEx 1415 Heavy.
We stopped for no one. Yeah, it's still stuck on request departure. Oh, maybe it's that little plane.
V1, rotate.
Maybe there's a reason. Although it should have been telling me, like, hold short.
Positive rate.
Maybe there was a reason to its madness. That's hilarious. Every time I think it's like a Beyond ATC issue, it's typically not. It's still stuck on request departure, right? I do think there is a slight issue.
Have a good flight.
Alright, flaps going up 1 notch.
Contact Portland departure. FedEx 1415
that's hilarious. LNAV, VNAV are on.
Portland departure. FedEx 1415 Heavy 900.
FedEx 1415 Heavy, Portland departure. Good morning, radar contact. Climb maintain 1717,000.
Climb maintain.
Little bouncy up here this morning.
FedEx
Whoa, take it easy.
heavy.
Acceleration altitude.
All aircraft be advised, information India now current altimeter 2987.
That was great. Had I just looked down the runway a little bit more, there might have been an explanation why we weren't allowed to go any further, and why it was yelling at us, immediately stop. But again, I think it should have told us to line up and hold. You know, line up and wait. But there was no communication, that's why I was a little confused. But it was technically a Beyond ATC issue as well, not just a pilot issue. Technically. Alright, 3,000 feet. RTO automatically disables on this plane.
Flaps.
Yep, perfect. Flaps are up. Perfect.
Gear. Up.
Alright, after checklist is complete. Was it just raining and storming all over the US today? We had the same thing yesterday with the weather. Unique weather. Alright, still hand flying. We're at 5,000 feet. Will says it's included with FSFO. Lex has nothing to do with the rules. Cabin crew is left behind as well. Hey, we're in a freighter. There's no cabin crew. Flylex is a low-cost carrier. If you want some peanuts, you gotta bring your own. You want some water? Use the bathroom. If you want to bring in a bag, you gotta put it in the bottom. You gotta put it in the belly of the plane yourself. We don't have baggage handlers. Tickets are all done electronically. Actually, tickets are done like we just write down a number on a piece of paper. Your ticket number is 2. Find a seat. We don't have seats in the planes. You sit on the floor. We don't pay for the jetways either. We don't even have stairs. You have to jump off. And to get on it, we have like a stair, you know, like a ladder. It's not real engines either. It's Lego engines. All right, 10,000 landing lights on, or landing lights, autopilot's on. And we're coming up on 10,000 feet. Alright, I should update for land tip. I'm waiting till 10,000 so I don't get screwed and lose my points on that.
Passing 10,000 feet.
There it is. Landing lights are coming off. Something's automatically turning off that. That's definitely Flight Sim First Officer, but I don't remember having that as an option. But maybe I did. Alright, very good departure out of Portland. Very cloudy departure out of Portland. Little FPS hit today. Got a rainbow down here. Very cool. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put in the arrival information now so I don't forget, because I have the tendency to do that. Let's go over here to arrival. And we're doing runway 30, which I always get in Oakland, via the Winds 2 arrival, and the Spammy transition. That's a great name, Spammy. Alright, we have that all set in the box there, and we have just a vector there, perfect. It's a perfect, easy flight. Alright, what's our ETA looking like? So we go into progress page, Oakland at 17:14. 17:14. The current time is where? I always forget. Right here, 17:14. So a little over an hour of a flight for today. 14,000
FedEx
feet.
1415 Heavy, contact Seattle Center 125.8.
Contact Seattle Center 125.8, FedEx 1415 Heavy. See you. Seattle Center, FedEx 1415 Heavy. Out of 4,700 feet for 17,000 direct mini.
FedEx 1415. Heavy Seattle Center, good morning. Climb and maintain flight level 350.
Alright, cleared up to 350.
Climb and maintain flight level 350, FedEx 1415 Heavy.
Now what's really cool is with Flight Sim First Officers, you can really have it do anything you want it to. In terms of what it does and, you know, at what steps as well. So you'll see here once we get up to standard pressure, it's going to automatically switch it over for us. So you watch right down here, it's currently at 2986.
Transition altitude.
And bam, standard pressure. It's very, very cool. I just love the in-depth customization you can make with it. Let's see, P2 says he's back. People are posting Battlefield 6 campaign videos. I can't get used to, what's it say? I just can't get used of the filthy brown flight deck. I like the flight deck color. It's very unique. They did really good modeling. I like it. It's so modern compared to the MD-11. I'd be curious to know, like, real FedEx pilots or UPS pilots, DHL, you know, what do they prefer? Would they prefer... Geez, they go right up to the wall. Do they prefer... See, I wish they could change this stuff to, like, say, FedEx or something like that. You know, depending on the livery you're using. Do they prefer the MD-11? Do they prefer the 767? The 777? Oh yeah, these are all armable too. Look at all the different chairs though that are available. This is crazy. And what are these people doing back here? So there's five chairs available in this aircraft. Hold on, 6. There's 4 here, so 6. 6 seats available. There's no TV. There's barely coffee. You got 1 restroom? Or is there 2? Occupied. 1. Crew rest. Oh, is this the sleeping quarters? Then it's just a closet. Oh, even the bathroom doesn't have anything in it. It's fake. It's like a Flylex flight. And then there's 2 jump seats here. It's crazy. Got the cup holders though. I wonder what this computer has on it. The screen. Oh, map, I guess. Yeah, it looks like it has a map. What's this for? Stow. Oh, can just put stuff in there. This to eat. I like it. I think it's nice. Coat hat, coat ring, coat hat, coat hanger. Jeez. Whoa, can you do? Oh, I thought I was able to do something. It's cool that they have this. This looks so real. Is that an actual picture?
November 886, Lima Foxtrot, contact Seattle Center 12 for point 2.
Contact Seattle Center 124.2, November 886.
It looks really good. Like, is it a picture? It's 3D. Huh. That looks really, really good. That's incredible. That's really good modeling. That has to be a picture, but then they did some 3D modeling to it to pop it out a little bit. Because, like, this looks flat, right? Well, this one is popping out a little bit, but this, for the most part, looks flat. Or this one looks like it's actually 3D. Like, I feel like I can reach in there, open it, and pull it out. and whatever this is. I think it's a very good modeling in this aircraft. I wish we had a proper Dreamliner. Okay, why the 787 versus this plane? I'm curious. What's this do? Nothing. There's a working pen though. Alright, how are we looking at flight time? 17:20 for the arrival. So it looks like that pushed back a little bit. That's saying 15 still. We'll see which one catches up to which. We still have 456 nautical miles to go. We're going to end up doing a 180-ish up here as we're currently landing runway 30, and I've never landed at any other runway in Oakland. It's always been 30. So, in terms of flight sim news, like I talked about earlier, PMDG teased a photo, and this is the photo they teased of the 737. The lighting looks nice, right? Yeah, it looks very nice. It too too nice. It concerns me performance-wise, but of course they haven't given any dates and all that jazz yet. I want to read through a little bit, because they did
Horizon Air 2180, descending via Hawk State, flight level 360.
They did post some information in their forum. Let's see if I can find it. I was reading a little bit this morning. Here we go. So trademark soon on there, of course. But we go down further in here. Our testing for SimBrief Beta 4 has been positive, so looking brighter. You know, but they said the same thing with like Sim Update 2 or something, and everything broke. Soon in a week, in a month, what's going on? We don't have a release date yet. We're always tweaking. We're not going to rush it. The exact price will be announced with when we have a release date. It says livery packs are being created at the moment, over 250 customers. So the fact that liveries are still being made, that tells me we're probably at least a week away. At least a week away. I'm still going with it won't release until Sim Update 4 is released. That's my thought process. And then someone asked, is it going to be a free upgrade for who bought it in 2020? No, every aspect of this product has been worked on. We invested several man years. This Flight Sim 2024 has only been out for not even a year yet, but man years with an S. We did not just make 2020. We did not just make a 2020 compatible, and those will have to pay for. Sorry, those will have to be paid in some way. However, there will be a low-cost update for existing customers. You plan on releasing a 737 NG exclusively for the marketplace? And the answer to that was, I think, no, right? I read that somewhere. Here we go. Absolutely not. We have thousands of loyal customers in our own shop that we have never pushed to the marketplace. Piracy is an issue, but you should never make life harder for paying customers to combat it. So good on them. I think they're more that they don't want to pay us over the money. Or no, it's not a sober, they gotta pay money. I bet you it's more of they want to have access to the updates whenever they want to push it, versus waiting on Asobo to release them. Let's see what else we got going on. Anyone else put anything, comments in your? Okay, so this is the NG version, and it is for 2024 only. We have also closed major 2020 development. Our current test indicates that it runs the same FPS as the previous version, pretty much amazing for more complexity. That's good news. So they're saying it's going to run, in terms of performance, the same as 2020. Patiently awaiting. The maintenance on my 777 doing short hauls is unbearable. Will the Boris sound packs work? Would that be interesting to know? So Boris already has a sound pack for the 737. Is Boris gonna make them work for the 2024 version? Are they gonna be another upgrade cost? Are they gonna be free for those who own it? These are the questions we asked to ask. And then we also have the 340-600 Pro. This is Aerosoft and Tolis, who have been working on this plane. So if you're interested in the 340 Pro version, here's one a lot of people are interested in compared to like the Inabuild's 340. But this one I think has a long way to go. I wouldn't be surprised if this doesn't come out until like end of next year. Several integrations in terms of Poppy, SimBrief, and Navigraph. I feel like this is a standard now. I don't think any of the developers actually have to include this information in there, because I feel like every single plane should have those by default. It'll be interesting to know. I don't know what the difference is between the 340 and the 340 Pro. And then we have the Boris sound pack, which I'm guessing is going to either come out today or tomorrow. That's just my guess. That's just my guess for sure. The page is available on Orbex. And they are going to be...
Horizon Air 2180. Contact Seattle Center 124.2.
Oh wow, you have to buy...
Contact Seattle Center 124.2 Horizon Air.
Wow, he has a bunch of sound sets available. Holy smokes. Okay, so this is the ultimate sound. Is this all of them then? For $22? There's two different versions though. Oh, this is Flight Sim 2020. Okay, this is the 2024 version. So this one includes, this is for the GE, the Trent, and the PWs. Users who purchase the 2024 version get the 2020 for free. That's good on them. Or him. And here's where you'll be able to set all the sounds. So this also works with the freighter version, right? I'd assume so. It's really interesting though, there are so many different versions available. So if you want just the GE versions, that's $12. If you want the PW version, that's $12. If you want the Rolls-Royce, that's $12. Now these are the Flight Sim. Okay, I see what's going on. Okay. So he makes Flight Sim versions, and then he also makes the 2024 versions. So I'll end up getting this pack here, the Ultimate Sound Pack. This has all three of them. And I'm assuming it's available for 2024. I mean, for the freighter as well, right? They are considering Navigraph integration. They are considering, clearly new to Flight Sim platform. 2020 AUD for all sounds. Not bad. Yeah, it's not bad for a sound set at all. Plus, Boris makes an incredible sound pack. I have most of his. I don't ever fly the Cirrus. I don't have that or the Cessna. But I have the CRJ, I have the PMG, NG. So I have those two for sure. And then, of course, he also has he makes the iFly sound pack. But that's built into the plane. Which is, like, super smart of iFly to do that. $8. Oh, these are US prices. Okay, I see. Okay. I was like, wait a second. These prices don't make any sense. Either way, I'm super, super excited. I think it's going to be really, really cool. I'll fly the heck out of this plane. Even more so. Our ETA 1721 is the APL is telling me, and the plane is telling me 1717. So I got pushed back about 2 minutes. We should be on the ground within the hour, probably. Silskin, welcome on in. Happy Friday. I have 2 more days left of vacation. Just 2, folks. 2. I'm sad. I just missed your last statement. Can you repeat it for me? Which one? What was I talking about? Was that the sound pack? Man, this sim, tell you what, it's something. The sound pack? Yeah, so Boris is coming out with this new sound pack for the 777. Well, a sound pack for the 777. It comes with 3 different variants, or an ultimate package. And I own the CRJ one. I own the 737 PMG version. But I don't use the other 2 because I don't fly the Cessna or the Cirrus. You said you could fly that plane forever.
Flight level 350.
Did I say that? I'm gonna fly this plane a lot when the sound pack comes out. It's really funny because, like, okay, so when this plane, well, it was the, was it this plane? Which one was it? Was it the freighter or the 200 or the 300? I don't know, whatever one. There's one of them that first came out, and I did 1 flight with it, and I was like, oh, it's cool, but it's not for me. I did a flight from Orlando to Minneapolis, or not Orlando, Chicago to Minneapolis. I think we did a stream. Did we do a stream? I can't remember. But I flew it. I was like, oh, it's cool, but I'm not really going to fly it much. And it wasn't really until 2024 where I really started to enjoy and appreciate this plane more and more. And I can't tell you why. It's a fun plane. Great to see you're doing more and longer streaming in your vacation. Yeah, my goal was to do a little bit more than what I end up doing, but streaming's interesting because, you know, I'm done with streaming. I'm gonna go and, you know, whatever, go eat and rest or whatever it be, and then eventually gonna get back to flying. So it's like, why not just keep flying? Well, because then you got to be on, you know, quote unquote on, and it's nice to just kind of do your flying and watch something on the side, or, you know, eat food, whatever it is, that kind of stuff. I don't like to eat while streaming, unless I'm starting to get really dizzy or something and I'm in the middle of a flight. But I just don't like that. And so people that can, like, stream for 7-8 hours is crazy. It's wild. And there are many that can do that too. Let's see. Greetings from Brazil. Welcome on in. La Place. Rafa, right? Flying 777. Yes, this is the Boeing 737 freighter version with the Panda livery, the iconic Panda livery. Like, I've always given PMG the credit where they deserve it, and that is the flight models are really, really fun. The graphics are incredible. The performance is always top-notch in their planes. My biggest critique with them is simply the pricing. I feel like they do charge a little more than they should, especially with, like, the upgrade costs, but You know, I don't know what their bottom line is. I don't know what the cost is. So to be fair, and that's that point, I don't know. But as a simmer, I just feel like, you know, I don't know. It's a shaky ground to talk about when it comes to, are they overpricing or is it perfect pricing? How do some developers get away with it? How do others don't? You know, hard to do after 6 beers. I could fly the C-172 forever. Really, P2. How's delivery doing? I haven't touched it since Wednesday. I was gonna do a little bit tonight and maybe a little tomorrow. It's gonna be a slow progress. Slow progress, but maybe I'll have something in a week. Could you help me? Where is the button in the settings to remove the HUD from the cockpit view? Is there a HUD in this plane? There's no HUD in this plane, right? I didn't think there was. I'm using the freighter version, so maybe the 200 or 300 has a HUD. I don't know. I guess I never used it. I rarely ever use the HUDs.
Another subscriber.
In Light Soul, thanks for the subscription. Refat, thanks for the subscription as well. Welcoming in. Yeah, I don't know. I've never used the HUD in pretty much any aircraft. A little bit with...
Southwest 2485.
What plane was that? I think the CRJ. Just a little bit, but I rarely ever used the HUDs in the planes. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at some maps here while we're preparing. We're gonna go over to, which one is it? How do you get to the maps? Electronic flight bag. There we go. Okay, so we're gonna go to, it doesn't bring our flight planner? Oh, there we go. Arrival. Okay, here's our arrival. In Oakland, we're expecting the wind. So we're gonna pin that guy. Why is it doing that? Why does the flight sim do that? Randomly just does the weird thing. I don't understand it. Okay, pin that guy, and then our approach is runway 30. So let's pin that guy. Alright, so now we have those all pinned for the arrival. Let's look at the arrival first. So the arrival, we're coming via the Spammy. So we're going to come in this route here, via Boys. And we're going to go out here and then swing on in for runway 30, which is right here. That's going to bring us onto the ILS. So here comes the ILS. We're going to come in from this direction. Coming in for the arrival, we're going to be at 2,700 feet. That's no problem. And then for the approach, for the runway 30, here's runway 30. We're going to probably exit off right there. Whiskey 5, backtrack on Whiskey, take Victor over to Bravo, and then Bravo 5, and we'll park right here. That's the plan of attack for today's flight.
Center on 124.85, FedEx 1415 Heavy. Seattle Center, FedEx 1415
The HUD that shows
Heavy,
some
flight
information
level
about the aircraft, such as speed. Oh, that one. That
FedEx 1415 Heavy.
I can't pause the sim. If I pause the sim, it might mess up some stuff with my add-ons, like APL and stuff like that. I might get ding points, but it's in your settings. It's in your settings. Shoot. What is it? Let me see if I can find it. Give me a second. It's really simple, but I understand where you get lost because, yeah, there it is. It's in, okay, so go into your settings. So, you know, go to escape and then settings, and go to assist options, and then user experience, and then turn off instrument heads up display. And then you can also disable under general options, go to accessibility and cockpit tools. So here's the settings here. Oops. Why can't I copy this? What the hell? There we go. Okay, so there's that. And then you can also do this one too. Okay, those are the two options. I would do it here on the stream, but if I go to settings, I might lose points, so I don't want to do that. Is the 777 working with sim charts or only Navigraph? I think it's only Navigraph. I think it's only Navigraph. I know these are Navigraph charts. Navigraph charts right there. I don't think there's an option to set it. Let me see. Weather source is sim. Yeah, there's no option to change the charts. Yeah, no option.
Seattle Center, Southwest 2485, flight level 410.
So they're definitely only Navigraph. It was the init build, so that recently did the 350, right? Recently started allowing the LIDO charts in. I'm getting so many emails from Google recently about introducing new stuff.
Seattle Center, sky was 3406, flight level 250.
Alright, so we are
Seattle Center, radar contact.
we're about 26 minutes from top of descent. P2 says, I've been trying to see if I can live with in-sim charts alone. The only issue I have found so far for airport ground charts, I'm able to see my plane in the airport charts. Yeah. So when you hit tab, the sim charts kick in. So when you hit tab, the sim charts kick in? No. Tab? What are you talking about? You can bring up the charts here if you want to. You know, set it all up here. Is this what you're talking about with tab? Bringing up the tablet? Yeah, but P2, that's my issue too. And I don't know if they're ever going to integrate it. It's weird that they didn't from day one. So we got a plane behind us. But yeah, P2 is correct. It's not directly integrated within the PMG plane. You have to use the charts outside the plane. You need to have SimBrief tablet plugin and use the import the flight plan into MSF. Yeah, so you can use the SimBrief in the tablet here. But there was a bug with it a while back ago, so I completely removed it. Plus, I don't ever use it. Once you import the chart section, you'll see the proper charts for the trip. Or you can also set it up to yourself. You know, like right now we can set up this flight right inside here. So departure airport was PDX. And we're going to be cruising today at 360. Okay. And then we're departed runway right. Perfect. Departure is the Mini 5. Here's our transition. We're going to change that. Perfect. We can scroll down here. Arrival airport is K Oak. K Oak. Oakland. And then we can put in our runway, which is runway 30. And we can put in, make sure this is correct. This is going to be via Spammy. Okay. And then we can add in waypoints throughout the rest of this flight if we needed to. So we can go here and add a waypoint, right? So we can add whatever we needed to. So right now we have a disco because there's a disconnect between the two of them. But if we look at, why is this music so loud? If we look at our SimBrief,
Seattle Center, Alaska 1181, flight level.
okay, so we have a Q5 So we have to add in these two. Q5 is probably an airway.
Radar contact.
I'm guessing. Nope, it's not. Okay, so let's see. What is all this here now? I'm confused. What did it just do? What did I just click on? Oh, I changed the okay. Okay, let's go Mini 5. Change that back. Okay. Let's remove these dudes because we don't need these. Remove. 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 Okay. So not airways. I thought it was an airway maybe. Let's add in a waypoint, which is going to be Q5. What is that? No. What is Q5? Is that a VOR? Oh, it is. Okay, it is an airway. I thought so. And then this is going to be going to here and add it. There we go. So now we have our complete flight plan in this flight planner. So runway 10 via the Mini 5. Here's our Mini 5. HESCU transition. There's a transition right there. Then we go into the Q5. Q5 is this guy here. Transition is hump 2 right here. And then we're going to go to the spammy transition for the arrival via the windu 2. Or sorry, winds 2. And that's what this approach is here. Runway 30 arrival. So now we have our flight all set up in the system here. And then you can set up your performance for the aircraft. You can do your flight details, so name it and all that jazz. You can do your payload, your nav logs, right? Here's all your points you're going to be doing with that. And then here's all your charts for it. So now you can see we have our actual charts, our actual flight plan with the default charts in there. Pretty easy, right? And then we can clear out the airport so we can get our charts for the arrival, the same thing. So we go to route here, scroll on down to the bottom, and here's Oakland. So you click on that button. And actually, I did something wrong, didn't I? That's right. Here we go. Oakland. And the airport charts. And we can put in our arrival information here as well. So runway 30 is our arrival. Here's our winds transition. And then the approach is 30. And then airport information is going to be, I always forget which one it is here. Is it ground charts? I think it's ground. All right, so we have that all pinned. So now we can look at each one of those. How do we look at pin charts again? I just forget how you look at the pinned. Clip charts, here we go. Okay, so let's scroll on down here. And then so here's our charts coming on in. All right, so we're going to follow this approach on in for the arrival. Okay, zoom in too much. Coming in for the arrival. Swing on around for runway 30. Go back to the clip charts. Here's the ILS 30 right here. So very, very similar to what we saw with the Navigraph charts. And then go back to pinned. And then for our runway, our airport ground charts, right here. So landing runway 30, exiting, probably exit Whiskey 5, backtrack via Whiskey, Victor, Bravo, and then Bravo 5. We're gonna park right there. Okay, let's see. Yeah, SimBrief tab plug-in does all that for you, except for the approach. And now you will see charts in the chart section. There is a clip chart section above the Oakland option, above the X. It's actually pretty decent. So only Navigraph data is enough then. Yeah, that's what people are saying. Well, now, like P2 was saying though, the default charts, you won't see your plane moving on the charts. Like you won't even see your plane on the chart. So I don't like that part. That was my biggest letdown. Now you can use there's other programs you can use for that, I guess. Little nav map, I guess, would technically work, but that's just using a whole nother thing. But you're also saving, you know, whatever, 90 bucks a year. So, you know, whatever, $8 a month on Navigraph. But like I said, I'm going to keep it because I want to see what the Beyond ATC thing is all about. I'm very interested in that for sure. Because with Beyond ATC, in theory, what's supposed to happen is, and this is going to be with VATSIM as well, apparently, but anyways, when you come with your arrival, it will automatically have, you know, like Beyond ATC has its map of your taxiway. It's going to automatically assume what you should be able to taxi. So automatically you should have Whiskey 5 highlighted, Whiskey, Victor, Bravo, Bravo 5, and it's going to assign your gate. Well, it's going to get that at least from Beyond ATC, in theory. So that's going to be really awesome to have for the charts. Really, really cool. We got a plane above us up here.
Alaska 1113, Seattle Center, radar contact.
You won't see it moving on the ground charts. Yeah, Beyond ATC is doing that. You will see it moving in the departure, arrival, and approach charts. So, you know, to be honest, like, you could simply right now use Beyond ATC for the ground stuff. You can certainly do that. I don't know. I get so accustomed to the way things are, and that's one of the cool things about Navigraph is it has the ground charts. Not all of the charts though are like that. There are some, like the gate parking, it doesn't show your aircraft. But the
Southwest 2485,
the charts work fine.
Oakland Center 132.2. Take care.
I'm possibly picking up the Honeycomb Alpha tomorrow. Oh, do I recommend it? Of course, Chris. I use it. I've had it since pretty much day one since it was released. The Alpha is an incredible yoke. I was gonna say joystick. It's an incredible yoke. I've considered trying. I'm gonna try it when I get my WinWing throttle. I'm gonna try. I know the poll said otherwise, but I'm going to try to do right-handed stick, left-handed throttle. So going in the co-pilot side. So I'm gonna try going here, but I'm gonna have my view at the captain side because that's gonna really mess with me. But I'm gonna try it. But it's gonna be very difficult for me to switch from the Alpha. Like it's an incredible joystick. I was say it again. It's an incredible yoke.
Contact Oakland Center 132.2. FedEx 1415.
Get the Alpha Light.
Have a good one.
As what P2 said. Now the Alpha Light, there is a pretty
Oakland
substantial
Center,
difference with
FedEx
the buttons.
1415 heavy.
There's a
Flight
pretty
level
big difference with the
350.
buttons. So if we look at the Alpha Light,
FedEx 1415 heavy, Oakland Center.
and I guess it really comes down to what you're looking to do with the Alpha. So sorry about the beeping. That's the trash outside. So here's the Alpha Light. So the Alpha Light's missing the ignition switch here. It's also missing on the bottom here. Is there a better view? Right here. It's also missing the light switches here. Okay. And then it's also missing the bunch of battery and avionics here. Now I don't really use the avionics switches, and I do use the lights. But everything else I think is the same. All these buttons are all here. These buttons are all here, and I'm assuming there's the button on the bottom there, and the button on the... Oh, there's no button on the bottom here. And then I don't think it has the LED backlit here. I could be incorrect on that, but I don't think it has the LED backlit here. So those are the big things that's missing. So if we look at the just regular Alpha, here's the one I have. Okay, so you see here's the buttons here, there's buttons here, but everything else looks to be the same. So if you want all those extra buttons, you know, that's what you'll be missing out on. And it's the same with the Bravo too. The Honeycomb Bravo. What's it called? Bravo Light. So the Bravo Light is this here. It's missing two of the quadrants. It switched the trim to, you know, wheel like that. It switched the, well, it added a parking brake, right? Yeah, parking brake there. And moved the gear onto this side. Got rid of the flap switch here. So you lose all the buttons up here, the autopilot buttons. So this is a bigger change in my opinion for the light version of the Bravo. Huge change with the amount of buttons you lose. But yeah, I like the gear switch on this side personally. But I guess this makes it better for if you want to go right-handed line. I guess in theory. But doesn't matter. Got the WinWing coming soon. Welcome for the information. Absolutely. You have to pay for shipping. And loops in England. You don't need the buttons. You really don't need the buttons, so P2 says. I am from the Netherlands. Yeah, I quite like the red and all the buttons. Yeah, I hope Meridian's successful as well. That's kind of what I'm holding out for, in all honesty. I don't know, and no one knows the actual truth behind the scenes when it comes to Meridian and Honeycomb, right? No one will ever know the actual truth other than the people involved with it themselves. But I'm kind of siding with Meridian. I'm kind of siding with them. I don't know why. I don't know why. I don't have any evidence. I don't have any, but I just feel like, what's his name? Shoot. I keep wanting to say Charlie. It's not Charlie. Nikki. I keep feeling, I feel like Nikki is authentic. You know, I remember watching him for the very first time on stage at FlightSim Expo, and I was like, the energy he has, the excitement he has, the passion he has is incredible. And it's all about lowering the cost, right, for the simming. And that's why I feel like Nikki is authentic. I feel like the guys now behind Honeycomb, they got so much more corporate feel and vibe to them. Where Nikki's just more of like a, I'm working in my, you know, garage making this stuff happen. That's kind of what I feel. I don't know. And again, this is all personal opinion, personal belief. Who is Meridian? That would be the Boeing A400, the Embraer, and the GA setup. Yeah. So they are. Yeah, it's founded by the OG Honeycomb guy that is was kicked out. Yeah, so let me see if I can bring up their website. So Meridian, her website's broken, maybe. Meridian GMT. Well, they got an office in Chicago.
Horizon Air 2046, Oakland Center, radar contact, climb and maintain.
They were showing off that at Expo. So they had Sierra Plus, they have the Tango Plus, and then the X-Ray controller here. I'm interested just in this guy. Oh, and yeah, their website is broken. That's unfortunate. But yeah, I'm interested in the yoke itself. There you go. I'm interested in this guy. Looks really nice. Now this, of course, is just a 3D model. It's not the actual item. 50% bigger or longer pitch. I'm guessing they're basing this off the Honeycomb products. And then it has aluminum, vegan leather, which is crazy. USB, C, iPad clips and all that jazz. It has haptic motors, 14-bit Hall effect sensors. This is, yeah, definitely what I'm interested mostly in. Right here. And it's got my buttons exactly where the Honeycomb has them right now, which I love. I want to learn nothing new. Hopefully there's a button underneath here, though. That's what I use for my ATC. And then it has light switches here, and it has that, and it has the ignition. But yeah, this is what I'm waiting for. It's probably not going to be out until next year. I wouldn't be surprised if he launches around FlightSim Expo. That'd be my guess. Sometime next June, I bet you, is when it will be in like early access.
Horizon Air 2005, Oakland Center, radar contact.
Alright, top of the sensor right there. Let's go ahead and start putting in that information. We can grab that over here. We can do 5,000 feet. And we can also look at, since we already have it programmed, look at our charts. Oops. Let's see, winds.
SkyWest 3714.
And we
Descend
zoom
via
on
Razor
in.
5 arrival. Mineta San Jose Airport.
5,000
Landing
feet.
runway 30 left.
There's all the restrictions.
Altimeter 2999er.
So let's put in 5,000.
Mike San Jose Airport landing runway 30
And then let's get our
left.
minimums.
Altimeter
And that we should be able to get off this chart as well, right? ILS.
SkyWest 3714. Contact San Jose approach 122.905.
Let's see, so
Contact San Jose
30,
approach. Sky was 3714.
210 for the cat. Localizer's 500. So it looks like we should be able to put in 500. Let's just verify to see what our other charts show. So over here, we go to approach. What happened? Oh, ILS is 209. Localizer is 500. Alright, what was I reading wrong on this one?
Center. Amendment to your route advised, ready to copy.
Localizer is 500. Cats, oh, here we go, yeah. ILS is 210. They just name it differently.
Southwest 2485.
So 210 for the cats.
Runway 30 left.
So they round it up, but you can put 209 in the charts. Or sorry, in the minimums. Minimums.
Air Japan 6 Heavy. Contact
So
Oakland
bring this
Center
down to 209.
127.8.
Center on 127.8 Air Japan 6 Heavy.
Alright, 209 in a box. Perfect. I hope my friend is being successful at OnlyFans. And I just want someone to make a Boeing yoke for the AV9 base. I'm sure it can be doable.
FedEx 1415 Heavy Oakland Center. Expect winds of 2, runway
I don't
30.
know if that's going to be doable though, P2. Like, how would it hold? Because you'd have to have the weight of the yoke. Like, they're going to have a rod go up, right? And then the rod has to come towards you, and then you have to put the actual yoke on it. The handle, right?
FedEx 1415
I feel like the
Heavy
weight's going to be
Oakland
way
Center.
off.
Expect winds of 2, runway 30.
We'll expect Windsor 2, runway 30, FedEx 1415 Heavy.
FedEx 1415 Heavy, verify instructions.
It's definitely struggling today. We will expect Windsor 2, runway 30, FedEx 1415 Heavy.
Horizon Air 2046, contact Oakland Center 126.85.
We had 3 successful flights with it yesterday, so we can't get another day yet. Super successful, right? That's too much.
Southwest 2485, descend via Razor 5 arrival. Mineta San Jose Airport landing runway 30 left, altimeter 2999er.
Descend via Razor 5 arrival. Mike San Jose Airport landing runway 30 left, altimeter 2999er Southwest 2485.
Southwest 2485, contact San Jose.
I really don't want to buy a different product to have force feedback yoke. Yeah, and I don't know. I don't, like, a big part of me really wants the Moza yoke, but it's so big. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. You know, it's like damn near half the cost of a high-end graphics card, right? It's also, you know, like almost the cost of rent. So it's really expensive. And I don't know if I can justify that cost. And then what worries me about the force feedback stuff is the following. If one of the motors go out, that's not easy to replace. And I'm sure there's like a 1-year warranty, right? A limited warranty like everything else, but I don't know how well it's going to be. What I find incredibly insane, I know it's because of the...
FedEx 1415 Heavy, descend via
I know it's because of the amount of sheer users, but Moza has the entry-level R3 racing wheel for $300. Pedals and racing wheel, and the wheel itself, right? And that's force feedback. And the yoke is like almost $1,000, and that's just a yoke. And I understand there's probably more moving parts, and it's newer, and the biggest aspect is the fact that there's not as many people that can buy it, so they need to try to find their money, so they have to mark it up you know, because their user base isn't there.
2585 Oakland Center.
But that's a lot of money. A lot of money. Yeah, and the size, the price, and the GA feels like it's what prevents me from. Yeah. I don't know. And like, also Mose is very, very new within the flight sim world, so it's probably going to take them a while to get that software dialed in. You know, fully dialed in. So for me, I'm doing what I can to hold out. I'm satisfied with my Honeycomb Alpha. You know, if something were to happen to my Honeycomb Alpha today or tomorrow, I'd have concerns. I'd probably just buy another one. But I'm just going to hold out until Meridian hopefully has something come down the road and then kind of see from that point. Chris says, coming from sim racing community, Mose is quite highly respectable, or sorry, highly regarded. I have a fantastic DD Plus. I would like to see how the force feedback feels in flight sim, but I can't work out how that would feel. That's the other thing. So I did have a force feedback yoke that I got for free. I won a contest, and it was weird. It was very weird. I would need to be in a real plane. Like, I've been in a real a Cessna and got to hand flight a little bit. But that was so long ago that I can't truly remember if this is how it feels. It felt really strange to me. Very, very strange. Didn't feel right. Something, and that was early, you know, early build and all that kind of stuff, so who knows for sure. Alright, reach top descent, so the plane's starting to descend. Should at least. Speed's coming back. And there it goes. Okay, got a little nervous there because that speed was coming back quite a bit. Alright, descent's looking good. I don't know. I think also I feel like force feedback for yokes, I think they're, and side sticks, same thing, but I think they're, I don't think they're fully necessary. Like, I'm sure that the AB9 is amazing. I'm sure it's incredible. I'm sure the other ones that are out there are truly incredible as well. I just don't know if it's all that necessary for a flight sim. At least to add immersion to it. And Chris says he's using the butt kicker, would be better immersion. Yeah, I have the butt kicker myself. And so I have it set for, you know, more feedback on departures and arrival. And because I live in an apartment on the second building, I have it lower so I don't, you know, upset the neighbor below us. But it is cool. It is incredible. And just like having the butt kicker with like racing as well, it's freaking incredible. It's an incredible, that's an immersion level that is off the charts. And I forget that I have the butt kicker on sometimes. I just completely forget. So like if it's the program I use, what is it called? SimHub. If that program just didn't launch for some reason, I'm like, okay, what the hell? Something's not right. Something's wrong. I don't know what it is because I can't think off the top of my head what it is. But then all of a sudden it's like, oh, it's the rumbling. I don't have the rumbling going. What's going on? It's, yeah, the butt kicker is an incredible thing. And that's like, you know, $200 or something like that. You buy a used one. You don't need to buy, you know, the actual butt kicker either. You can just get an interface like I have because my butt kicker interface broke, and then get a shaker, right? That's it. You don't actually have to buy the actual butt kicker brand. It's easier because it's all ready to go, but it also costs a little more.
November 415 X-ray Tango, descend via Windsor to arrival.
That's fantastic.
Metropolitan Oakland Airport, landing runway 28 right.
All right, so we're making our approach into Oakland.
Descend via Windsor to arrival. Metropolitan Oakland Airport, landing runway 28
And so we'll be showing up on the chart momentarily. We're just right outside the charts. We're coming in via spammy. I love the movement. You see the movement in the plane? That's cool. That's because it's picking up turbulence. I think I'm more satisfied with FS Realistic than I am with RealCat Turb. Like, I'll use them both, but I'm kind of liking this FS Realistic. Okay, so reminder, we'll do a flight, we'll do two flights tomorrow morning, probably a normal start time, or around that point, and then nothing Sunday. And then next week and the foreseeable future, it's going to be really up in the air, as I'll be working different hours. So I'm not quite sure how we're going to do our streams, but we'll figure it out. We'll do a couple afternoon streams or something. P2's gonna be right back. Have you used Sim Hub with any screens? No, I have not. I got a spare monitor. I'm thinking of using the display for my future cockpit. Butt kicker is maybe on my Christmas list. My wife puts up with a lot. No, I've not used any of the screens. So far, all I've used it for is just the butt kicker itself. Just the butt kicker itself. I think you can program it to work with the Moza R3 or the Moza steering wheels a little bit. So like, it has a little RPM on it.
Horizon Air 2005.
But all I have it set for right now is Flight Sim.
Arrival, Metropolitan Oakland landing runway 30, altimeter 3001.
Descend via Windsor to arrival. Metropolitan.
But you can buy add-ons for.
Altimeter 300.
You can buy add-ons, I think, for the Moza steering wheel, where you can put like a dash cam, or not dash cam, but so you can have like speed and all that jazz. But I have that on screen. I have it on the actual screen at the HUD on, so I can see the speeds. But in terms of, you know, immersion, yeah, for sure, that'd be really cool. But I'm not that committed to racing. I enjoy the little bit I do now. So I think Battlefield launched an hour ago, right? I think Battlefield 6 launched an hour ago. I think it was 11.
Horizon Air 2033, Oakland
my time.
Center. Expect Timbers Tree, runway 10 right.
Expect Timbers Tree, runway 10 right. Horizon Air 2033.
Oh no, 2 hours ago. Okay. So it's been out for 2 hours. Wonder how the servers are doing. Like I said, I'm gonna do the EA Pass for this weekend, give it a shot, and it's not a game that I want to get into often, but if I can get in today, it'd be kind of cool to test it out a bit. But I'm not like determined. I'll probably just end up playing F1. So I had bought F1 25 on Steam sale, and I enjoyed it, but at the same time I didn't. I didn't like the feel of the AI traffic. I didn't like the feel of the AI cars. And my car also handled really weird. I didn't like the feeling of it. I don't know if it's something I had to get used to or not. But I like F1 2020 more. So they ended up changing something in there where I didn't like it. So I ended up refunding it with Steam. So I figured, what the heck, I'll try Battlefield and also do F1 and then see what else is on EA Gameplay, whatever it's EA Game Pass or Play Pass or whatever it's called. I don't think there's anything else on there I'm interested in. I pretty much own everything else that I'm wanting from EA. Alright, coming up on flight level 210. I forgot to update Valanta. My Valanta. Oakland. Alright, Valanta's updated. Weather in Valanta. Weather in Oakland is currently 160 at 4. A few clouds at 1500. A few clouds at 16,000. Altimeter is 3001. And it's gonna be a nice flight into Oakland. Maybe a little haze out there, but visibility is looking good at 10. I had the same feeling with the F1 games. I play ACC, but I'm hoping Project Motor Racing is going to hit the mark. I like Giant Software and their farming games, so yeah, that'd be great. Yeah, it's gonna be good to have another competition out there in terms of racing games. I haven't done ACC. Right now, for the most part, I just use Forza Motorsport. I need to install Horizon. Apparently, it's supposed to be really fun with the racing wheel. And then there's a new NASCAR game that's coming out next month, I think, for the PC. I think it comes out. I think it maybe just came out, or it's coming out really, really soon for the console. So like a month later, it comes out for the PC. But it's also from the guys that make iRacing. So I'm kind of interested in that because I do like. What's it called? I like stock car racing. I really do. But I also found recently that I do like traditional track racing, you know, versus oval racing. Will says, so I will be camping in Battlefield 6 as Sniper Grandpa. If you see me, you're too late. If you see Will, he's probably sleeping. Sniper Grandpa. Oh, that's great. Like I said before, like my friend and I were playing Borderlands 4, and you know, I'm having a good time. He's not so much. He gets very annoyed with certain games pretty quickly, and I get it. Like FPSs aren't really his genre, so I would totally get it. And you know, Borderlands is a very repetitive game, like any other FPS for the most part. But I'm having fun still. Like I'm still having fun playing it and having a blast. Just kind of hop in there and play it for an hour here and there and whatever. Just, you know, whatever. JT, welcome on in. Haven't seen you for a while. Hope everything's going great. My friend is a developer at Playground. Oh, really? Who makes Forza Horizon? So I'm looking forward to checking it out. NASCAR game is hopefully good. Yeah, I'm hoping that the NASCAR game's good. JT, thank you for the 4 months. Welcome in. Long time no see. Yeah. That's awesome. You're at a friend at Playground. That's really, really cool. Hopefully he wasn't let go during all the Horizon, you know, layoffs that they had going on at Microsoft. I know Motorsport didn't do as well as people hoped it would. I've had a blast. I've got many hours into it. I've had really fun racing with it. My biggest complaint is I really, really wish they would add in, and it's never going to happen now since they pretty much closed up shop, and now it's just in maintenance mode, but it'd be really, really cool if they added AI bots to online racing, like private racing. Because there's a couple of us who have the game, and we'd love to race together, but we don't want to race with other racers. You know what I mean? We'd rather just race with each other. So the 3 or 4 of us, and then have bots on the track. It'd be really, really cool. But like I said, it looks like it's over with, and they're focusing just on the Horizon series, which has been better for them. Horizon is definitely more of the arcade. Motorsport is more of like the simcade per se, right? It's got kind of the mixture in there. But I have fun with it. I do have fun with it. The Moza R3 works with it. It's not as good as with like F1. Like the F1 feels more realistic, more natural, whereas with Motorsport, there's something doesn't quite feel as right. Like it feels a little not as sensitive, or it feels not as aggressive. I don't know. It's kind of weird. Chris says no, he is still there. Luckily, oh, that's good. He is much more talented than I could ever be, so they would be nuts to let him go. Yeah, I hear you. That's good. That's really, really good. I've been a fan of the Forza series for a very long time. Like I didn't play the first 3 probably, but I think I got into number 4, and I've had a lot of fun. A lot of fun with their races. Horizon's been a great series, and then the Motorsport series has been really fun too.
FedEx 1415 Heavy, Oakland Center, roger.
And it's crazy to think that really, in terms of, and I know that Gran Turismo was considered more of your traditional racer, more authentic, realistic, in the way of like iRacing. But to me, I don't know. I don't feel it. I think Gran Turismo's kind of lost its way as well. But it'd be interesting if they ever brought Gran Turismo over to PC, since Sony's been bringing over things to the PC. It would only make sense for them to bring over Gran Turismo as well. And I bet you that would sell a ton of copies. You know how Microsoft's bringing over titles to the PlayStation 5? I bet you Gran Turismo would be that big for PC. There are so many PC gamers that have a lot of interest in Turismo, but they won't buy a console just for it. Like, I'll buy it. And I got to use my friend's PS5, a coworker, got to use his PS5 for a little bit, and I did some racing with Gran Turismo, and I didn't like it. Something felt weird about it. I just didn't like it at all. I was more happier with Forza, and I would even buy it. you know, just to support them, as long as it's, you know, good port, of course. I used a 2004 Ferrari F1 with my FENIX DD Plus. Feels insane. It's got a 15 force, rips my bloody arms off. My favorite Forza is 2, and the first Horizon. Yeah, everyone talks about 2 being the top one, and the very first Horizon. I'm interested in the Japan one for Horizon. This is gonna be interesting. That's what's really cool about Horizon is, you know, they were in Europe not too long ago, they were in Mexico, and now they're going to Japan. You know, I love them just jumping around the world, and you get to experience all these different atmospheres when it comes to racing. You know, like the Mario Kart World, you know, it's, you know, more of the kids' version of racing, but Mario Kart World has all of it in there too, and it's really cool when you go through like their Asia area. It's very, very nice. All right, getting close to 10,000 feet, so landing lights are going to be coming on. On. I don't remember turning those on up here, so hopefully we're not dinged on that. Forza 6 is coming. Yeah, I'm excited for the Japan one. Yeah, I don't like the GT7 much. It feels very floaty. Yeah, that's a good point. The floatiness. Yeah, I think that's the word. That's the best word to describe it. Floaty. I felt with Gran Turismo 7, GT7, that it felt, yeah, floaty. That's a great way to explain it.
Sit.
And that's kind of how I feel. I guess you can use that same terminology when it comes to like the force feedback. The one I only got to use, which was the CL60 from FlightSim.com. Is it Flight Sim or Flight Light? I can't remember. I think it's Flight Light. I can't remember. But anyways, the plane felt floaty. It's really weird. Force feedback with the yoke. I don't know, it's really weird. I bet you the side six are just fine. The side six kind of makes sense. Because like the little bit of rumble you get with the WinWing side stick, like the little haptic feeling with it, it feels cool. Just like a little rumble with the stick. With the yoke, though, I don't know. It has to really go forward and back. It has to actually do the things like a real plane does. And I feel like it's really tough to mimic. But apparently the burner ones are the best. But they're also expensive. P2's back. Welcome back, P2. Good timing. We're on approach into Oakland for the final flight of the day. We'll be back at it tomorrow for a couple flights. And then again, we're off Sunday. And then next week, the next several weeks will be kind of up in the air to see how things work with my scheduling. But I'm hoping to do at least 1 or 2 streams throughout the week. If not, then we'll just do Sunday flights every Sunday. Using one in an Airbus would feel cool. Well, see, but there's no feedback apparently in the real side sticks on the Airbus. There's no feedback. It's like using a traditional joystick, from my understanding. So I think that's also one of the weird things when it comes to like the Airbus is there's really no feeling with it. Like your feeling you have with it is because you're physically moving in the plane. You know what I mean? That's just what I read and heard. And I don't know, like with Boeing, it's all the old hydraulic stuff, right? So I don't know how this actually feels in a cockpit. All right, 7,000 feet over to approach.
Contact NorCal approach, FedEx 1415 Heavy.
All right, coming up on 7,000, or we're going to hold down to 5,000, right? Yeah, we got 5,000 programmed in the box, so we'll go down to 5,000. We should get vectors over to runway 30. FS Realistic Plus and a butt kicker will do. Yeah. I'm really happy with FS Realistic.
3001, expect the visual approach runway.
Really happy with it.
30 FedEx 1415 Heavy.
I like when it says FENIX. FENIX. Maybe instead of using all bind force feedback, yokes and sticks, we would just fall over turbulence. We should just fall over turbulence. Yeah. Like, I'd love to be able to bump up my butt kicker a lot. I bet you that would be really, really cool. And if I was on a lower level, I definitely would. But I also am a respectable person. But yeah, like I said, force feedback does have its place. I think it's really, really cool. I bet you P2 has the time of his life with the AB9 for most. I bet she does. I bet you it's really, really cool. I've seen the videos. I've seen it move. And I'm like, oh, wow, that's awesome. But I don't know. I would have to use it enough to like, okay, yeah, this actually does make a difference in the way, you know, the plane handles. Like, I can handle it better because of the force feedback. I can feel it more. That would be the selling point for me, is does it make it easier or more consistent to handle the plane? That's kind of been my whole thing when it comes to the force feedback stuff. And I can tell you this, I used to have an old Logitech, I don't remember which one it was, but an old Logitech racing wheel. And I've said this story before, but I could not get close to winning a race with that Logitech racing wheel in Forza Motorsport. Couldn't get close. I was like in the back of it in the races. I would spin out all the time. I have won several races already with the Moza R3, several, and I bet you my average with it is probably in the top 10. And then on top of that, I could not race in rain with F1. I would spin out all the time, but I've won a race. I won a race in the rain with F1 and the Moza. That's the difference between that Logitech entry-level one and the entry-level one of the Moza. The Moza, you can feel it so much more. I can feel the slip in the reel. That's what I'm talking about when the force feedback. Does it make a major difference? Not the immersion, but does it make a difference of how you can handle the vehicle or the aircraft? And P2 says he loves the AB9. Chris says, just invite the peeps in the lower apartment for a few flights as a payment. Air races with the butt kicker, I would take a day off for sure. Oh, yeah. Air racing? Oh, my gosh. Yeah, that could be really cool. That could be really, really cool. All right, how are we looking here? I was looking grand. Checklist. Let's go to normal. Descent checklist. Recall is good. Checked. Noted. Auto brakes. I just keep them off. Minimums, let's check that. So we're gonna go into init. Go to FMC and then init. 143, 152, and 160. Fantastic. So we're gonna do 148 or let it automatically do it. Landing briefings completed. So overwrite all of that. And then approach is next for the altimeter. Altimeter is 3001.
Horizon Air 2005 NorCal approach. Altimeter tree 001. Expect the visual approach runway tree
3001. Glide slope alive.
Tree 001. Expect the visual approach runway tree 0. Horizon Air 2005.
Well, this is a longer flight. 100 an hour and a half. We're at block time right now, so it's probably going to be about an hour and it's going to be half the stream on this flight alone.
Traffic.
And we got some traffic ahead of us somewhere. It's so hard to tell in the daytime. Very difficult to tell. Nighttime is so cool flying with Beyondatc. Oh, it's incredible. That brown is timeless in the 777. It reminds me of the FXX. Yeah, oh, FSX, yeah, for sure. See, Will didn't like the brown. I like the brown. I think it's kind of cool.
Descend. Maintain 2,600 feet.
Turn right, heading 235, intercept the 28 right localizer. Descend, maintain 2,600 feet. November.
They're playing like right below us or something. I don't see it. I don't see it. It's also playing ahead of us.
November 415.
Looks like they're turning for the final vectors, runway 30.
Report the field
It's so
in sight.
difficult to see traffic in the daytime.
November 415 X-ray Tango.
Alright, we're holding at 5,000 feet.
415 X-ray Tango. Cleared visual approach runway 28 right.
Cleared visual approach 28 right. November 415 X-ray Tango.
November 415 X-ray Tango. Contact Oakland Tower 118.3.
I have a feeling we're going to come in too high.
Contact Tower.
We're supposed to drop down to 27.
November 415 X-ray Tango. Take
I'm looking in 3,000 because I know we're going to get a vector here shortly.
FedEx 1415 Heavy. Leave Carson heading 135. Expect radar vectors for visual approach runway 30.
Leave Crescent
I
heading
don't see it crash.
135.
That would be
Expect radar vectors for
that would have been a
visual
viral
approach.
moment for sure.
Runway 30.
Only
FedEx
thing,
1415
what's
Heavy.
okay in the flight? Hold on, what's that? The only thing that's okay in this flight is the FedEx logo, man.
140 vectors for the approach.
140 for the heading.
Turn right. Heading 140. FedEx 1415
All right, next we
Heavy.
should get our descent instructions, right? Maybe. Well, I guess we're descending on our own. Oh yeah, this plane will do it if you put in the altitude. Whoops.
2,500.
Glide slope captured.
Not bad. Alright, yeah, we're definitely a little bit low here for this, for the mountains below us.
Check the flaps.
FedEx 1415 Heavy, turn right, heading 240.
240.
Intercept the 30 localizer. Descend, maintain 3,100.
Turn right, heading 240. Intercept the 30 localizer. Descend, maintain 3,100.
Alright, 15 nautical miles out.
FedEx 1415 Heavy.
Spoilers are armed. And weather is looking stable. We're looking at a 3-knot tailwind now, so the winds are shifting. I've never landed any other runway but 30 here. It's crazy. I feel like I've come to Oakland plenty of times too.
FedEx 1415 Heavy. Airport is at your 2 o'clock, 14 miles.
Right over there.
Report the field in sight.
We have the field in sight, FedEx 1415 Heavy. You know what'd be really cool is if Beyondatc could add in tags. Like, you know, you get multiplayer tags. If they can add that in, you can. It would show like the flight number, altitude, aircraft it's using. That'd be really cool. All right, approach is armed. Localizer's captured. Glide slope's next. 13 nautical miles out. I tend to getting low here in altitude. I tend to set the flaps too early on this aircraft, so I'm going to try to wait. All right, runway's in sight. We should get over to tower momentarily. Yeah, I know airspeed's low. The plane's going crazy.
FedEx 1415 Heavy. Contact Oakland Tower 127.2.
All right, glide slope's captured as well. Airspeed. Our air brakes are armed. Over here for the approach altimeter is set. Checklist override. Next, landing. Gear down flaps.
FedEx 1415 Heavy. Visual runway 30.
All right, first notch of flaps are out. We're coming out.
1415 Heavy, Oakland Tower, wind 160.
I heard the A220 will be launched at Christmas as well. Fake or not? Ooh.
Runway 30 cleared to land.
That'd be a great Christmas present.
1415 Heavy.
All right, what was the speeds here? 143, so 148. So I'm gonna put in the box. All right, gear coming down.
Gear down.
This plane likes to slow down really easily.
Flaps 15.
Compared to like the FENIX. It's probably because it's a big old heavy plane.
Flaps 25.
All right, full flaps 30.
Flaps 30.
All right, 148 for the speed. All looking grand.
Flaps 30. Speed brake.
Armed.
Gear.
Checked.
Flaps.
Set.
All right, checklists are looking really, really good for this plane with Flight Sim First Officer. We are 6 nautical miles out. Cat 3 for available for landing if we need it, but we're not going to do it. I tend to come in way too low at this airport. Every single time. All right, let's go ahead and go to approach mode there. Let's go over here and bring in the map. Okay. And AP is off. My aircraft. Now, I say I come in too low, and now I'm going to come in too high. There's no pappies either on this runway. It's really weird. So I'm already off the glide slope. Winds are shifting really high now. See, I told you. They're coming too high. It's also so hard for me to judge this one. So it's such a big plane. Going from flying small planes all the time. Landing.
100. 50. 30. 20.
Idle.
10.
Hold it. Let it float on down. There we go. Nice landing. 171. We'll take it. Burst is coming out. Alright, see if we can make Charlie, or sorry, Whiskey 5 here. Go burst and come out.
60 knots.
Alright, welcome to Oakland.
FedEx 1415 heavy.
Flaps going up. Speed brakes disarmed.
Exit next available taxiway.
Landing lights.
FedEx 1415 heavy.
Coming off. Turn-offs are off as well.
1415 heavy, contact ground 121.75, take care.
Very good flight. Very, very good flight.
Ground 121.75.
The approach is stunning for sure.
1415 heavy, take care.
That was beautiful. A little high, got off the glide slope too much. Wasn't terrible. Oh, someone's in my spot. They gotta move. This big old plane's in my spot. The 777. I think it's 777.
Hold position for traffic, Sky, with 3464.
Oakland ground, FedEx 1415 heavy. We're looking to taxi to cargo Foxtrot 11.
SkyWest 3464, continue taxi.
Continue taxi, Sky, with 3464.
We have a...
FedEx 1415 heavy, welcome to Metropolitan Oakland Airport.
Do we have a Lawson crash?
Taxi via Whiskey Bravo, Bravo Tree.
Oh, there we go. That's weird.
Cargo
Throttles wouldn't move.
Via Whiskey. Bravo, Bravo 3. FedEx
Clear out air
1415
messages.
heavy.
The throttle wasn't going forward.
Southwest 1266, contact Oakland Tower 127.2.
Contact Tower 127.2, Southwest 1266.
Well done, pal. Great stream. I'll catch you on the future one. Thanks for coming in, Chris.
Southwest
Much appreciated.
71 at ramp 6 Mike. Request pushback.
Alright, Whiskey Bravo. Oh, they want Bravo. Go Bravo then.
Pushback and engine start.
And then Bravo 3.
Southwest. Southwest 3671.
Alright, so they're gonna have us come just around. I feel like this... Oh, okay, I get Bravo makes sense. Victor would have been a turn.
SkyWest 3464.
For a big old plane, this would have made... This makes more sense.
Contact Tower 127.2.
Look at all the Southwest planes here. Holy smokes. Got all kinds of traffic here in Oakland. There was nothing on departure in Portland. Southwest headquarters. And I have no idea what one's Foxtrot 11, so we'll just kind of park next to this plane that took my spot. I'll buy the 220 if they are on par with the 340. Yeah, the 340's sounding pretty good, so yeah, I agree with that. That's a very good way to look at it. Any builds might have made some progress. Whoops. When it comes to performance of their aircrafts. One more flight in the Kodiak? No. That's the end for the day. Sorry, Will. The Kodiak.
Southwest 3671, runway tree 0 taxi via Sierra 1 Tango, uniform whiskey, whiskey 2.
Alright, park and brake are coming on, but I can't get them to ever work with this plane. They don't stick. I don't understand why. So we go on down here, hold the brake still. Go on down here and go to ground operations, and we're going to go to ground connection, set the chocks, release the parking brakes, ground power is connected, and then we can see it's available, so go ahead and turn those on. And then we'll go on down here and cut off the fuel. Alright, let's check to see how we did with all of our stuff. Let's get rid of Beyond ATC. And let's check our flights here. So that's the next flight I have on the docket. Paris to London. That I don't know. We'll see if I save that for tomorrow or not. And then let's go to logbook. I'm missing 98. 99, so something went wrong. Landing, there's something, I think APL, or not APL, I think flights and first officers turn on the lights or something. It's doing something it shouldn't be doing, I think. But 159 on the landing rate, that's pretty darn good. A 159, a 114 on the G's. I will take that with this big old plane. And then let's look at New Sky. Probably made Irishman a lot of money today. We have a 10 on that one. Fantastic. Review the flight. $58,000. Holy crap. Yeah, made Irishman a lot of money. A 171 for the landing. So we will take that, and we're within the acceptable range for the threshold and the center line. So very, very good second flight. Who else is flying? Someone else is coming in. Or is that us? No, that's another plane, right? Why can't I click on it? Well, now I'm confused. Yeah, I don't know. Now I'm confused. All right, well, anyways, thanks everyone for coming in. Really cool 2 flights today. Really, really short one with the CRJ, which was pretty much perfect. And then a second flight in this big old 777. So we'll see everyone tomorrow. We'll figure out what flights we're going to do. And have a great rest of your day. See you in Discord. Take care.